Hey guys! Are we live? I think we're live. Hey Mario Karters and friends and fans, welcome to our channel.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a revamped look going on here. Frenzy Fangirl was working on some new kicks, I want to say.
You know, I just felt like our thing was really boring.
Looks much snazzier now.
I had some fun the other day. Last night, rather. Cool. Hey, if you guys are here, let us know that you're here. Hit the like button if you guys are here. Let us know if the sound is okay. We are not going to be doing music because every time we do music, our stream goes to pretty much. So we are not going to be doing music, but we do have Frenzy Fanboy who will serenade us.
What's the word?
I can't speak today. Serenade us if we are bored, which we might be.
Oh.
But how can we be bored?
Why would we be bored?
I don't know. It's the end of the tour, guys.
This is Mario Kart Tour, the most fascinating content on YouTube.
Okay, so how are things going for you? I've once again slacked off. Well, I've slacked off. I was gonna say, I don't even want to say that I slacked off. But yeah, no, I slacked off this week.
Hey, Davey's announced that he's back in the United States.
Davey, welcome home.
I was gonna DM you and ask you how your edits of your Italy photos are coming along. I was thinking about you today, and I failed to DM you. So I'm glad to see that you're in the chat here. But I'm looking forward to hearing all about your adventures.
Okay, so I've slacked off this week. I'm coming to grips with that. I feel like I haven't...
Because it's the first time that you've ever slacked off in Mario Kart Tour.
I feel like I haven't slacked off, but mainly because I've been working on other Mario Kart Tour projects, like our cool little snazzy background now. Did you guys see our stream starting soon thing? I thought that was fun.
I liked it.
This is what happens when I'm bored on meetings, and I actually have some creative time to work on my own stuff. It's fun. Anyways, all that to say, let's give a shout out to people who are here. So if you guys are here, make sure you say something in the chat so we know you're here, and we can give you a shout out. So, what were you...
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, great. Yeah, you weren't here for a bunch of it. I was having a good old chat with people.
I'm enjoying my conversations that I'm having with people.
I started doing like the /FFG so they knew it was me, and then I just gave up.
Yeah, and then you gave up.
I gave up. I'm like, guys...
And you gave up.
If anyone messages you on live chat, it's probably me. Because I set up the live chats and everything. So anyways, we got Token here. We got Simply Clay. We got Rubies. We got Cranebow. We got High Mileage and Davey and Masa and Firestorm and Shokamui. Did I say it right? I always feel like. And Marissa Savard Gaming. Me, Passion Lado? I can't.
So that's French.
I know.
My passion is playing the
Mario Kart.
Video game Mario Kart Tour.
Heck yes. That's a great name. I should know this. But then I get all like screen shy and I just say stupid stuff.
I mean, it's in French.
I know.
Who can blame you?
I know what it says in my head. I just can't pronounce it. We have Gargamon. Man, you guys.
I really like Shokamui's comment saying that congratulations to Studfit on finally getting my name right. I think that was probably like my highlight of the year of all of Mario Kart.
Was that your highlight of all Mario Kart?
Well, no, remember it was during Kart Talk that was the icebreaker. Like, what's your most memorable moment in the past 4 years of Mario Kart Tour?
Yeah.
And then I came up with something, and then he ended up saying my name correctly. I was like, scratch that! This moment right now, Studfit saying my name correctly.
But why did he say your name correctly?
Because I educated him.
Frenzy Fanboy pretty much bullied Studfit in a private chat and was like, dude.
It wasn't a private chat. First of all, it was between the three of us.
Private chat between the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he had written FFG when I knew that he was talking about me. But I was like, well, maybe he like inadvertently thinks that we're talking about Frenzy Fangirl here.
You knew that he didn't.
I may or may not have known and taken the opportunity when I saw the opportunity to teach him a lesson.
And I just mediated it. Typically by just...
Studfit, we love you.
We do love you, Studfit. Studfit's definitely one of my top favorite content creators.
But he was like, because he always calls me Frenzy Fan guy and you Frenzy Fan gal, which doesn't work when we're typing stuff like FFG. Like, which one's which?
But look, do you guys see our new setup? Do you guys see how I actually wrote... Hold on, where am I?
FF girl.
Over there. Do you guys see how I wrote FFG and FF boy? Now nobody can never be confused. So anyways, there we have it.
Ain't nobody can never be confused now.
Anyways, all I to say, we went Milky Way hunting this weekend. So I have a new updated screen. Friends and Fanboy took a picture of me. It was great. And guys, I don't know. I've procrastinated. I'm in a predicament right now with my procrastination because time is of the essence. And I kind of thought in my head, oh, I'm going to probably just take a giggler and get an easy first place run. But I think I want to save my tickets. So I think I'm going to be rocking little cutie patootie toad. Little cutie patootie toad. It doesn't do much, but you know, he's cute, so that works. So I need to work on ranked a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to get... I don't know. See, here's the thing is I thought all week I was going to have it easy because first place has been 125, but then second and third have been like 117, 118. I was like, oh, I have this easy. But then they started playing like normal humans do on the last day of ranked. And now I have to figure out if I want to level up stuff or if I want to just keep grinding. Or maybe I want to position myself... Okay, so here is one of those theories. Or do I just take a loss this week, go down to tier 98, and position myself even better for Gold Mario? Like, I'm kind of tempted.
Big brain.
I'm kind of tempted to take an L, boop, lose, go to tier 98, but have the loadouts of a tier 99.
Because it's such a wide chasm between tier 99 and 98.
I mean, sometimes I'm tier 99, sometimes I'm tier 98. Depends on my work level.
You're fooling everyone.
I know.
You are like the pool shark of Mario Kart Tour. You're like, hey, I'm in tier 98, but I really have the loadouts of someone in tier 99.
All I have to do is outsmart in turn 4. That's all I have to do. I don't think it's hard to do.
So... when we first got on the stream, those that are astute will have noticed that I was in first place in ranked. But then this flea guy...
Wait, this just happened? What a flea bag.
Right?
I don't think that's an inappropriate thing to say.
I'm just done. I'm good. Whatever.
Because we still have the whole tour to play. At least I do.
And so Ruby says that he's also in second, but that surprises me because he's like in 15th place in the world right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious if he has like Kanye or Autodrift or who else? Who was that one guy that would get top 10 every single tour? Not Frenzy Fanboy.
Jeeves?
No.
Jeeves, where are you? You told me you'd be live.
No, what was that one guy? That one guy's name.
I know who you're talking about. Where's Pepper Rabbit when you need him?
Like, he and Carlos would go at it, like, number one, like, so often.
We'll call him Ernie for the time being.
No. Man, I am so horrible with names lately. I feel so bad that on Kart Talk I forgot Remedius' name.
Well, here's the thing, guys. Just, if you give me any type of platform, I don't care if it's a podcast, I don't care if it's a YouTube video, or even just, like, voice chat anywhere. My brain, like, words in my brain just don't connect. I don't know why you guys watch me, to be honest. I know why you watch Friends of Fanboy. He's cute and fun, but, like...
Whatever. You've got that addictive giggle.
That's all I do. It's like a coping mechanism for life. Anyways, we have some new people in the chat here. Firestorm's here. I can't remember if I said your name yet or not, Firestorms, but welcome. And we have Clowington and Spy2K. Spy2K, thank you so much for the room references earlier. That it sparked my joy. I was like,
on the grind.
Yeah, I had like logged out of the chat, but you were still on the big screen, and I saw you all of a sudden start quoting the room, and I logged in on my phone just to quote right back with you. And then I was like, I gotta go to a meeting. I'm late.
Lisa, what have you done to me?
You guys haven't seen the movie.
Don't worry, don't waste your time.
No, it's a classic. It's a classic.
It's not worth being in
It's
the
a
loop
cult
on this
classic.
one.
It's the best. Okay, let's see. Frenzy Fangirl wants to know if this... Wait, Ruby says, Frenzy Fangirl, that doesn't happen like that. I don't know what you're talking about, but if I said it, it does happen like that, Rubies. Oh, are we talking about, like, if you tear down? No. If I manifest it, it will happen. It's a mind game here.
So did you see Firestorm here? He says he's currently in 13th and missing top 1,000 for the first time in a year.
Is it just
thing,
like
though.
a time?
Yeah, I think it's a reallocation and distribution of time management for Firestorm, and like that's okay. There's
okay.
no shame in like having like life take over and take more of a precedence than Mario Kart Tour.
That's what I do. I'm glad that he's so kind to you, Firestorm, because he just tells me that I suck all the time.
Firestorm's like, please waste your time. The room is amazing.
Isn't it great?
Please watch it.
Yes, please do. Please do. Oh, Puka Kirby loves my new setup. Guys, I had fun doing this one. I don't know if this is how it's going to remain, but like, I was just like, I'm tired of our old lameness. So, here we go. Frenzy Fangirl, if you have King Babam, I would not bother with ranked. It's true. Like, that's my problem here. Is like, we got King Babam at level 7. We're not going to really level him up to level 8 anytime soon. Because, trigger warning, the game is changing. And then we just have Cutie Patootie here, Penguin Toad. And then we have, Rosalina Swimmer. I really don't know what else to do besides just kind of take it as it is. I don't know. It is what it is. Anything that I can level up, I just have no interest in leveling up right now. And it's really a time thing, so... What's up, Extreme Coast? Glad you're here. Firestorm wants me to waste my... Oh, no, that was something else. Sorry, guys. I'm all... What are you up to over there?
So it's bugging me. I can't figure out this guy.
Okay.
That was like the king of Mario Kart Tour for I don't know how long. Forget his name. And so I figured if I just went back a couple tours...
Oh, yeah, did you find his name?
I'm trying to find his name.
Until you find his name, we'll just call him Mark.
No, you already said, like...
I said Ernie, but I like Mark better. Because then we can go, oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Lisa, you're killing me.
So I thought he was, like... Why am I... I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. What is this guy's name? Zephiel! Zephiel. Rubies, do you have Zephiel in your ranked?
That was such a long-winded...
I know.
Yeah.
But now my brain can like rest.
Yeah.
Because it would have bugged me the whole entire freaking time.
What's up, Sammy D?
Hey, Sammy's
Kart life
here?
in the house.
That's great.
Some bedtime listening. Hey, Sammy D, what do you think about my my nice little setup here? I'm happy with it. Our setup is
Fishing for compliments.
I am, because Sammy has the coolest setup out there, and my setups always look like trash, and I finally put an hour into making it cool. So I'm proud of it.
Hey, Curtis. What's up, Curtis? What do you think of Frenzy Fangirl's new new streaming collage thing that we got going on here?
Okay, I need to play some stuff. I'm gonna play my Coins Aplenty. Have you, like, completed the tour already? I have so much I have to play stuff.
I have to do a lot of my... I don't know.
So, we went to a movie tonight, and as we were driving back into the garage, I was like, I'm so proud of myself. I only have, and I started counting the courses that I still have to do. I was like... Not
4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, but 10! Only 10 courses that she hasn't played yet.
But I guess this is why I have a false sense of, like, happiness, or, like, accomplishment, is I got my Kart Pro. What am I doing? Hold on.
So, Curtis thinks it looks very professional.
Thanks.
Spy 2K says, it looks great, Frenzy Fangirl.
Guys, tell me more.
Kart Life says the new scene looks nice.
It could use some work, Frenzy Fangirl.
Nice. It looks nice.
Hey, Firestorm, we went and saw a movie that you did a review on today.
Yeah. We went to go see that A Haunting in Venice. And I agree with your review.
I didn't watch your review because I don't watch reviews before I go see movies.
I thought that the cinematography was spot on, and let me tell you why.
Why? Why, friends of Him Boy? Do tell me.
It's not very often that you see wide-angle lenses employed in movies.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of wide-angle lens shots. Like, not just, like, there were, like, cut scene scenes that used the wide-angle lens, but there were also quite a few scenes with, like, dialogue in them that used a wide-angle lens. I think it's probably wide-angle lenses are used a little bit more in... Ooh.
That was a dick move.
Whoa! Frenzy fangirl!
That was a mean move.
Jeez! So back to the movie. I think wide-angle lenses are used a little bit more in kind of like scary movies to kind of give like that little bit of distorted perspective. Mm-hmm. But it was used more artistically in this movie, and I really liked it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
No, it was great.
I'm not sure like how sold I am on like this particular writer's way of kind of like wrapping things up at the very end. See, here's the thing. I don't really like movies where I feel like I've been lied to the entire time, and
Which
at the
is
very
like
end,
50% of the movies you watch.
and then at the very end, they like explain things to you, and it's like, well, why do you have to explain it to me? Because, well, you just lied to me for the past 2 hours.
But the funny thing is even if we're watching a TV series or a movie where they're not lying at you, you just assume that they are going to be lying to you.
I've just been lied to so much in my life.
So at the end of it, he'll be like, I don't get what just happened. It's because he thinks he's getting lied to the whole time, but he's not. But this one, but that's the point of like these murder mystery
I
ones.
Understand like the murder mystery. You're kind of supposed to be like you're not. It's not fun if you know like who done it at the very beginning. I get that. But at the same time, it's kind of like okay, all right. I don't know. It was good. I'm glad we saw it in the theaters. Partly because one of the best moments in the entire thing was...
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's this scene that's fairly scary. However, the scene is in all of the... Oh my dear good gosh. What am I doing? It's in all of the trailers for this movie. And so, like, when I saw the scene starting up, I knew exactly what was going to happen. For some reason, Frenzy Fangirl had no idea what was going to happen. Everybody in the entire theater knew what was going to happen. Frenzy Fangirl didn't know. And she screams out loud, like, so loud. To the point where, like, half the theater is then chuckling after the scene.
Everybody was laughing at me. It was really...
Because everybody knew what was coming.
Even if you know what's coming, it's still scary.
No, you were the only one in the entire theater that was like...
Do not judge.
Like, that's what it sounded like.
It's because I was trying to hold it in. You know, and like you need to scream, but like you don't want to scream, so it comes off. No, nobody else.
And I was like, yep, that's right, everyone. That's my wife, Frenzy Fangirl.
Cannot play this game to save my life right now. This sucks.
How did I miss my rings? Dag nabbit.
Watch us for lines, guys.
Try again.
Curtis says just, Shukamubi said I had a potty mouth. And Curtis said, that's okay, just edit it out. Yeah, we'll just edit it out. Man.
I'll edit it out in post.
You guys only knew.
Okay, so...
oh, no!
Oh, Davey said in the comments that Haunting in Venice came out like a day after he got back from Venice. So all of those scenes... You know, so speaking of scenes, okay, I'm gonna finish this thought. You know when you're like watching a TV show or you're watching a movie and like all of a sudden you totally recognize the scene, especially if it's like not a very like popular locale, I guess you could say. Like just kind of how fun that is because you're like, oh yeah, I totally recognize this and yeah, like it's way more familiar. So. Davey totally had that experience, I'm sure. Oh.
What are you talking about?
Well, maybe he hasn't seen Haunting in Venice.
Okay.
Point being, the series that Frenzy Fangirl was just alluding to where sometimes I don't get the plot and I'm lost during the entire series. we watched the series called Wilderness.
Which I don't even know why we started watching this series.
No.
But,
We know exactly why.
Okay. Yeah.
Because of this very phenomenon that I'm describing right now.
Touche. Okay, go for it.
So the very first scene is, or even like in the trailer, it's this husband and wife. They're kind of newlyweds, like, you know, maybe a year or two. They're not on their honeymoon. But they're driving on like this remote road that is totally the, like, Marble Canyon, Vermilion Cliffs, cliff dwellers.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. It's
I know. It's this road from where we live to, like, Arizona, essentially.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours from where we live, but it's the road we take anytime we go to Phoenix or anytime we go to, like, Sedona. Bobcat!
Hey, Bobcat, what's happening, man?
Bobcat, we were talking about you today. I'll tell you why at some other point.
It's true. Okay. Focus.
But we gotta give Bobcat a shout because it's freaking amazing.
Thanks, man.
Don't try to shortchange our friend.
You're too generous. We appreciate you, dude. So yeah, the thing is it's probably one of, out of all the places that we've gone to shoot the Milky Way this year, we've gone every single month pretty much. There's this one national park, state park called Lee's Ferry. Which has these, like, really two cool bridges, and I was able to get the Milky Way, like, rising over these bridges. Like, the symmetry was fun, and then there's
it's like right outside the Grand Canyon, pretty much.
There's this really cool, it's almost like, it feels like it's Mars. Like, like, as you're driving through the national park, there's, like, all these huge, ginormous boulders, and one of them, there's, like, a rock that's, like, balancing on another smaller rock. It's called Balanced Rock.
The way that you described that was really funny.
Go figure. Anyway, I've got some fun pictures of it with the Milky Way behind it. Anyway, there's this one really good restaurant called Cliff Dwellers. Oh, you guys all know about this.
I was going to say, why are you starting with,
It's the Cliff Dwellers Cafe, where I was so confused because there's this huge thing of salt.
I was like, you're telling the story in the most random way.
On my birthday, when we were driving back from Sedona, I decided, I was like, oh, we have to go back to this cafe because it's so dang good. Yeah. And so we went back to it, and I wanted some salt for, like, my vegetables.
The beans.
The green beans. And I couldn't see the salt shaker because it was behind, like, the huge ketchup thing. And the only thing that I saw that was white powder was this huge, ginormous thing. It was sugar. And I'm, like, pouring the sugar on my beans. Anyway, so...
You totally butchered that story, but that's cool. I like it.
Fine. Go ahead. Tell the story. How did it all go down? You tell
so
me.
You
tell me, Frenzy Fangirl.
You did so good.
Apparently I butchered it.
No, you're doing great. Keep going. Hey, I just got my lifetime best score on this one.
You, like, quadrupled it. This shows how much of a dedicated Carter you are.
Such a dedicated Carter. Cart life out. What?
Okay. So anyway, we're watching the previews, or, like, the very beginning scene of Wilderness, and it's this, like, newlywed couple that are driving on this road that goes right past that cafe. And then turns out, like, the first or maybe second episode? Or was it the first episode?
It was the very first scene.
Very first episode?
Very first scene of the first episode.
I don't know if it was the first scene. Like, they're driving there, but they end up going to the Cliff Dwellers Cafe. Like, they have a scene where they're in there, like, having dinner there.
And guys, the salt shaker is on it. So if you guys were here...
ginormous, oversized salt shakers, yes.
If you guys were here when we were telling this story originally, how I couldn't call Frenzy Fanboy out at a restaurant because I got in trouble the night before for calling him out when he dipped his straw into my cup. When I tried to cheers him, he literally took his straw out and dipped it in my thing.
Because you cheers, like, right in the middle of a meal when we got our refills. Like, I was so confused. Why the heck are we cheersing there?
Why don't you cheers
that
for
doesn't
refills?
make sense.
It totally makes sense. Anyways, all that to say, I was not allowed to call him out on this. So I let him pour sugar on his cereal. Anyways,
my cereal?
Onto your beans.
Speaking of butchering things.
Guys.
Jeez
Louise. Okay.
Jeez.
Anyways, so we poured sugar onto his beans. Then we come back and we tell you all the story, right? And then it was just funny because the very first scene, I was, like, so excited. I was like, we can now tell our Mario Kart people to go watch the first episode of Wilderness
I think it might be the second.
No, it was totally the first.
I don't think it was the first.
It was. I think it was like the first scene of the first. Anyways.
No, because they're just driving around.
You guys can see the salt shaker. That was a... What is going on? What? What?
Frenzy Fangirl breaking
guys,
the game
I'm
again.
stuck. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was trippy.
So anyway, it was fun seeing this random show that we didn't think that we would ever like stumble upon, and then seeing how it's supposed to be a scene where it's supposed to be like so remote that like nobody recognizes it, but we recognize it and we're like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is my favorite restaurant.
And then they had the salt shaker. It just made me laugh so hard.
I didn't use either of my mushrooms on that. Did I beat the time? 38.99? Yes.
You're distracted. Why are you so distracted, Frenzy Fanboy?
That's how great of a carter I am, Frenzy Fangirl. I didn't even use my mushrooms and I still got 3 stars on the time challenge.
Do you remember how long I got stuck into that cannon for? Like, I don't even know how... I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this race. Why are they not giving me bullets?
Alright, I'm going to catch up on the comments. Alright, so Davey says he hasn't seen The Haunting in Venice yet. He doesn't care much for horror films, so it's not been on my list. Okay, so this isn't horror. That's the thing. It's just like a murder mystery one. What are the other two? It's the third in the series.
It has hints of...
Murder on the Nile.
Yeah. It has hints of paranormal activity.
No.
But it's like hints of it.
No. No.
It has
not
hints,
even close.
It has hints of dead people.
No. Well, yeah, but no. Like, no.
It has hints of it.
No. And what's the other one? Murder on the Oriental Express.
Yes.
So this is supposedly... It's got the same detective guy in both of those.
Yep.
And it's the third installment, kind of this author's ongoing long whatever saga of this thing. And so anyway, it's not horror whatsoever.
Yeah, no, you're good.
And Frenzy Fangirl was the only one in the theater of probably 400 that screamed out at the probably not so scariest part. But there was only one person that screamed out during the entire theater, or during the entire movie in the theater, and it was you during that one part. It's not horror. You'll be fine, Davey. Okay. Shokamui says, why would you say that? Now he won't be able to go to sleep, trying to think of what it might be and if it's good or bad. Man, I wish I would have been in that conversation. Because I don't know what Kamui's talking about. Firestorm's saying that some name's creative. Okay, now I'm back on with Kamui. The Salt. Frenzy Salt Boy. I like it.
There we go.
So Bobcat says, I did like the video and can't wait to watch your reaction in the AM. Good
Bobcat.
night. Good night, Bobcat.
Good night. We miss you already. Hey, it was fun having you with us on Kart Talk.
Absolutely.
Ooh, moving into something.
What? No, that was 99 cents.
Ooh. No, that's...
Wrong reference, Frenzy
No, that's
Fangirl,
if
to
you-
your own channel.
That's if you get a giant banana frenzy.
No.
I invented it. You can't tell me what it is. Banana.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, Gargamon came out from lurking and says Oriental Express.
He said hi at the very beginning.
Oh, did he? That's
did.
great. I'm glad that we have new viewers, or maybe old-time viewers that
What, those
are just
like
now
that-
coming out of the woodwork.
Just like that green shell came out of the woodwork.
Ooh, Agatha Christie. Yes, thank you, Kamui. It's Agatha Christie that writes these novels.
Yes.
And then Firestorm says, yep. Hero the Skies is here. He's dropping by to say hi. And
Hero,
will
what's
hang out
up?
with us for 5 minutes.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Kart Talk. I act like it's my show, and I'm like, thanks for joining us. But no, I just meant like, thanks for being there with me, because Frenzy Fanboy ditched me for half of it.
I'm surprised that nobody in the comments was like phased. They're like, oh yeah, no Frenzy Fanboy. He just like leaves in the middle of Kart Talk. That makes sense.
And nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Okay. Nobody asked. I mean, I put on like heating socks. I put on heating coat in September.
Why do I suck at this game?
And nobody like cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cares.
Everybody cares.
Nobody cares about Frenzy Fanboy.
I cared. But why? Who? It's not like we were doing it live. So how do you know if nobody cares?
Because nobody in the comments in the video, after it's been posted, said, where did Frenzy Fanboy go?
Gotcha.
That's odd of him to leave right in the middle of Kart Talk.
He went out to shoot the Milky Way.
But apparently, everyone's like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Frenzy Fanboy, he's kind of fickle. Sometimes he just checks out in the middle of life.
How do you really feel about it? Whoa, this is a weird cart track for me.
A weird card trick?
Cart track.
What card trick are you doing?
The card trick where I only have level 1 carts.
Speaking of card tricks, how excited are you for the Royal Flush Glider?
I am so excited for it. I think it's one of the slickest looking gliders. I'm really excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I have a good excuse to go into it right away.
I mean, what more of an excuse do you need than this is the last new glider introduced to the game, and will be getting the most amount of buffs from here on forward. What more do you need, Frenzy Fangirl?
My biggest fear with it is opening up the tour reaction and having it, like, the only courses that I would use it on, I already have, like, level 7s and level 8s on. If that's the case, I don't know if I will go into it right away. Just like every other week, if that happens.
So Hero of the Skies is saying that I'm going to get thirsty here in a second.
For ranked?
No. He says something about Stanler's new profile picture or something. And how amazingly attractive he is. He's a freaking Adonis.
I mean, it's you and Stanler and Sammy D and Antelove. They had a little thing going on today.
Yeah. Except it's Sammy that likes Antelove's voice. It's all about the voice for him.
Antelove has one of those, like, really soft, smooth. It's, like, such the opposite of mine. Mine's, like, shrill and loud and...
Sana was so funny. She said something to the effect of, like...
P.S. This is all in Kart Talk's live chat today, if you're wondering what...
Not Kart Talk, Kart Life.
Kart Life's live chat today. Yes.
She said something like, Antelove couldn't, like raise his voice to save his life or something. Yeah. Or, like, speak loudly to save his life. Yeah. She phrased it much better, obviously. Because she's funny like that. Speaking of voices that are fun to hear, I think someone was saying that Sana was like the Mario Kart Tour like ASMR voice like representative or something.
I support that.
And it's true. She either has like a really good mic or just she should consider like voiceover for like commercials or something.
She has one of those very like soft and sweet, but like also like crisp and powerful voices. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, like a quietly crisp voice.
Yeah.
Which a lot of ASMRs like they kind of have to do that, like
a
soft, quiet, crisp voice.
I'm not quiet, guys. I'm sorry. Quiet is not in my DNA. It's just not. Could you imagine? I joke around trying to do ASMR for you, and it's just you're just like stop, just stop.
We've had enough.
Why are you acting like you?
You know, I'm gonna restart this. I want to try and see if I can get the time trial without mushrooms again.
Perfect.
Okay.
I hope nobody's watching my lines for tips because these are the first times I've raced these courses. Probably there's so many of these courses that like best score, and that's the score I just got. There were a few actually that never had a score prior. Don't know how that happened.
Well, yeah, it's because they started doing the whole your best score thing before some of these courses, like Sunday Drive, Sunday Dash, Sunday. What is this called? Sunday. What course are you driving?
I don't know. I'm just really hoping that you.
Sunday.
Keep going.
I accidentally hit the whatever.
But it's really fun. I want you to keep going. Sunday church, Sunday
Oh, how many times have I spelt Sunday like the day when it's supposed to be the ice
It
cream?
makes me giggle. Don't look at my screen. I don't want to.
Sunday.
There's a word that comes before
Sunday.
it. Will that help you at all?
Advanced Sunday.
No. Like, what are you doing? Like, what?
Sky High Sunday
There
Drive.
You go. There you go. Hey, good night, Sammy. This community is pretty hot. Kart Life says.
All right, yeah, we have to catch up with the comments here. Okay, so Shu Kamui says, by the way, there's a 70 episode British series of
What did you just say?
series. Your mouse is in the way of his word.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that didn't help. Poirot?
Hold on,
I don't know what that word
What are we
is.
talking about?
How would you pronounce that?
Horions.
Perio?
Parrot?
Perio?
Por-
Agatha Christie's detective. Oh, no, that's the main character's name.
Yeah, what is her name?
I don't know. When they were calling him his name, everyone had such thick accents. I was like, I don't know what that name is, but I'm gonna like file that in my brain that whenever that weird word comes up, they're talking to him. Pierrot, Pirouet, Pirate, Poirot, Parrot.
We're losing viewers left and
They're
right.
dropping like flies. It's okay. So, Andre says, if Gold Mario in ranked, my King Mario will be 6'2", now 5'2", same as PGP. Good to know. Kart Life still thinks that this community is pretty hot. Oh, Andre was saying, yeah, ranked reward for Gold Mario.
Wait, what did Kart Life think?
But the community is hot, apparently.
What do you, oh, I'm still playing. I thought I was done. We're gonna.
Yeah,
just
that's
finish that
funny.
one.
When you do the first lap and you think that you're done, you're like, oh, I'm done with the race.
Yeah.
But you're not. Oh, so Kart Life's going to bed. Sooner asleep, sooner the new tour begins. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that with life.
It's like Christmas.
That's why I stay up so late.
Why do you stay up so late?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a night owl. What can I say?
That's true. And by night out, like, what do you think is the average time you go to bed? Like,
So Gargamon
3?
says Antelope sells feet pics as well. What? I don't know about that.
you are so
Hero of the Sky
gullible.
says that is very true. Davey says good night, Sammy. Sho Kamui says Sky High Sunday, Frenzy fanboy.
Oh,
It's Sky High Sunday.
You can't give it away. You have to let him struggle.
Squeaky High Sprint, says Andre.
He makes me struggle with it.
So then Ruby says, Frenzy fanboy, how is Rainbow Wings doing for you? Oh, he's so mean. Why does Ruby's always like jab me?
Because
He jabs me so hard in front of all of our friends too.
he jabs everybody. It's just his personality. You just gotta roll with it.
It's just like punches me in the face. And then says, just kidding.
It's because he gets this type of reaction out of you.
Alright, that's it. I'm ignoring Ruby stuff from now on.
You've said that before.
Oh, someone phonetically spelled out Poirot's name.
Barlow's.
Why are there so many W's in a name with no W's? Poirot. Poirot. Who names their kid Poirot?
You are so American.
What? How many Poirots do you know?
I don't know.
You know 0 Poirots. I give up. I give up. I give up. Poirot. Oh, it's pronounced Poirot. Why so many W's then? I don't get where the first W comes. Poirot. 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 I've never heard that name before in my life. And I've seen, this is the third movie that I've seen from Agatha Christie where this main character has been in it every single time. And just now I'm coming to the realization of this guy's name
He's
and how to
Belgian.
pronounce it.
Shukamudi says he's Belgium. What am I doing? Oh, okay, we're taking out.
Oh, his first name is actually Hercules. I've heard of Hercules before. Hercules Poirot.
I've heard of Hercules before. I'm glad that you've heard of Hercules
There we
before.
go. Now I feel redeemed. Okay, then we have Hero of the Skies. He's bored, so he's gonna leave. He has work tomorrow, and he needs to wake up early.
Did he say he's bored?
We can no longer be wasting his time.
Did he legitimately say he was bored?
Yes, he says, Frenzy Fanboy, you bore me to tears.
What did I just do? How did I miss an item box on this course? This is weird. I don't know. I don't know about this. What is wrong with me?
Do we really want to steer that way? Go down that
It's
road
because it's slippery.
for this podcast?
Firestorm says there is a bit of a W sound after the P.
Poirot.
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 I hope he isn't watching our stream right now.
If he's a subscriber, he'd definitely unsubscribe by now.
Poirot. 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 Did I get it?
Sundae.
Sundae.
Please join us for our stream where we just repeat the same words over and over again.
For some reason, I think that it helps me, like, gets to the answer faster if I just repeat.
Does it?
Over and over.
Do you feel like you get to the answers pretty quick?
Quicker than I would if I didn't repeat it?
Yeah. These dry bones, let me tell you what, they are.
Okay. Oh, Paul says it's more like Poirot. Poirot. I think you have to say it in the accent. It rolls off the tongue a little bit better if you use a European accent.
I did a
there's
really bad
one
job.
accent in all of Europe.
I did a really bad job.
Poirot. All right, Firestorm says, I mean, there is a little bit of a W sound after the P.
I already read that.
Poirot. Oh, and it's Hercules without the S.
What did...
Just Hercule.
Hercules.
No, Hercule. Without the S, it's not Hercules. You take the S off and it's Hercule. Right? Am I right? Please in the chat, tell me I'm right. Hercule.
Tell me again, what did Firestorm say?
He says there's a bit of a W after the P. And I'm ignoring Ruby's again. Kamui says, to make it simple, it's French-sounding accent-wise. But you said he's from, Belgium. They speak French there, right? Or do they speak Belgian?
Gosh.
What do they speak there?
Your American is showing. What am I doing here?
I think it's a combo thing.
Oh, snap.
You're good. You're good. Keep on going. Do your thing. You got it. Just don't think. Let it flow. Oh no! You dropped your combo. Oh, Hero says that we don't bore him to death.
That's great.
However, he misses my beardless face.
You know what,
now
Hero?
I know he's lying. We did bore him to death.
You are... Oh, what am I doing? Gosh darn it. Hero, you're the one person who razzed Frenzy Fanboy so much about his beardless face.
I am never going to shave my beard because you made me feel so bad. You posted on all of our Discords, all the Discords in all of Mario Kart Tour Kingdom.
Yeah. Which...
My baby suit smooth face.
But here's the thing.
Everybody laughed at me.
Now you know how it feels. To be laughed at, because I was laughed at tonight.
You were laughed
in
at.
the theater.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So, ever since we got married, I always told you, like, ooh, I really like it when you have a beard. And it wasn't until this channel that you actually took me seriously.
It's true.
I've already dropped combo. I wonder if I can finish this with just 21. We'll see if 21's enough. Guys, I'm so horrible at playing and talking.
It is difficult.
I'm also just horrible at playing, but...
So White Latte's in the house.
White
What's
Latte.
up, White Latte?
Hey guys, if you're here, will you like leave a chat or like?
And check
That's what
out
I
White
meant to say.
Latte's channel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Thought you were gonna go there and then you didn't. Anyway, everyone go check out White Latte's channel.
Yeah.
He's a fun Mario Karter.
He really is.
Gonna again ignore Ruby's.
Why are you...
Gosh.
Ruby, ignore him. Ignore Frenzy Fanboy. I won't ignore you, Rubies.
Whatever. Ruby just knows how to push my buttons.
I know. It's so fun.
Like in Discord, he's always like pushing my buttons. I'm like, dude. Stop pushing my buttons.
And then when you indicate that you don't want your buttons to be pushed, guess what happens?
It pushes him more.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Friends of Fanboy didn't have any siblings.
Oh. Speaking of low blows.
No, I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't mean that in a mean way.
Goodness gracious.
No. I just meant that in like a you're not used to.
He has a hard time sharing as well.
No.
Trust you me, I'm his wife. The sacrifices I make for this fool.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Where am I going? Which way is up? No. What I meant by that is you weren't raised getting
Keep on going.
Teased by siblings. So, like, for example, my brother and I, we razzed each other all the time. And we got ourselves into some pretty hairy situations sometimes. And you just learn, like, I don't know, when you get, like, beat up by your brother a lot, you just get used to, like, that's how life is. But, since you haven't been oh my goodness.
It's okay, just say it. I'm difficult to live with.
What? That's not at all what I was saying.
I think that's what you're alluding to.
You're not difficult to live with at all. You're not.
Alright.
I like living with you. I wouldn't stick around if I didn't.
Oh, now Ruby says he's not going to like the video because I'm ignoring him.
Hey, Rubies, would you like the video for me, though? Pretty please. So one time when I was a kid, my brother thought it would be hilarious with his friends. They duct taped me to like a moving dolly, and then they put me in a closet, and then they legitimately forgot.
That's like borderline abuse, though. Like, I don't know that I would lead with that story.
They left me in a closet, duct taped to a dolly for like 2 hours, guys. I'm just saying, that's never happened to you, so you don't know how to like roll with the punches as far as when people razz you.
Alright, so plus in the chat, if this is like a common thing that humans do to each other, duct taping each other to moving dollies, locking you in a closet for how many hours?
It was like 2 hours before my mom found
plus
me.
in the chat to like let us know that this is completely normal human behavior.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, I missed out on a lot.
I didn't say you're missing out. I'm just saying you're not used to being razzed. That's all. You're not used to being razzed.
Or having crimes committed against me. Yeah, I missed out on so much in life.
Hey, look, they're all plus.
Oh my gosh, no, you're lying. There is no way. There is no way. I need, like, photographic evidence of this. From Gargamon, Paul, Rubies. He's got, like, 10 pluses. Yeah, right.
But here's the thing. It's like my brother and I are, like, best friends, right?
Not anymore. Now that you've outed him.
Oh. No.
On national TV.
On national television.
International TV, mind you.
Oh, man. No, that wasn't even the worst of it. He'll be like, oh, thanks for not telling that one story of that one time.
Well, I know some stories that embarrass him to the fullest. So I'm not going to repeat them. Because I have a filter. Unlike you.
No, it's siblings. It's siblings. You can't...
Oh my gosh. Gargamon says he was duct taped to a chest of drawers.
I'm telling you!
For a whole day? What kind of humans are you guys interacting with in this world? What? Paul's like, Frenzy Fanboy missed out on a normal childhood. Anyone has to have been duct taped to something for some long period of time. White latte, massive plus. He's like, this was a recurring occurrence on the weekly.
Look, Andre's with me too.
Oh boy, Kamui has this 3-line story here. My uncle would tie my mom and my aunt to the end of bedposts of the bed while watching TV, while babysitting them. Okay, that's good, because the picture that was being painted in my mind was an adult uncle tying an adult mom and an adult aunt to bed.
that that's where your brain would go, is to grown adults doing this to each other.
So broken.
Oh gosh, why would you think that? Why would that be where your brain went?
That was just...
See, you don't have the imagery of what siblings are like growing up, so you automatically just think of adults duct taping adults to things. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not even halfway through the story that Kamui wrote. Oh no. Okay.
Where I am in life or this game.
Okay, hold on. I need the mouse because so many people are commenting now.
What if I actually get 5 stars on this race?
That'd be hilarious. Okay, so he says while babysitting them, he'd have a long stick and tie one of his dirty socks to it. I feel like somebody needs to go to counseling. Like, I kind of feel weird, like, recanting this. I feel like this is like a confession or something.
I got 5 stars. That's great. We're moving on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then Kamui goes on. He says he then put it in front of their noses every so often.
The dirty
socks. Oh my gosh. Paul says duct tape is a big thing in childhood. Andre has like this emoji of a plus. It's like ginormous. It looks like the Nintendo
Guys,
like directional.
thanks for coming to my support here. Thanks.
Oh.
There's no other place in my life I could get this type of feedback really quick.
Oh boy.
What a crime.
Ruby's he's got self-incriminating testimonial in our comments. I'm not gonna say it because what if the authorities are watching us? Oh, Token, did you say hi to me?
Hey, Token, we did.
You were like the very first one
Yeah.
to comment. I'm sorry we didn't recognize that.
No, I did. We just gave him a shout at the very beginning.
I think we gave you a shout out at the very beginning though.
But I don't think he was here for it.
But every time that I see Token, I'm not very familiar with South Park to know that is the name of the guy in South Park. And every time I see Token, I think Sleep Token.
Which is one of your favorite bands as of late.
One of my favorite bands as of late. Okay, so a lot of people are laughing.
But I don't
Thank
wanna be
goodness.
Blue
Thank
Show.
you for laughing with me and not feel so horrible.
Will you move the mouse? It's under my elbow.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I need to like really get into this,
Yeah.
and I can't if there's a mouse there.
So then, let's see here. Yeah, so Andre had to clarify to me that it's when his uncle, mom, and aunts, when they were all children.
Why would we
I
have to
know
clarify that?
I know I'm late to the party in understanding that everyone knew exactly what was going on except for me.
But I love you for it. White Latte said, Friends of Fanboy is gonna have 911 on speed dial.
Oh boy.
What is like the most... Like, as a kid, what was the biggest predicament you found yourself in due to someone else's behavior? Like, mine wasn't, like... I was telling the story of being duct taped to something, but that wasn't, like, the worst thing that ever happened to me as a kid by someone else. Like, did you ever get yourself into, like, I don't know, trouble?
So you're wanting me to recount a story of when someone was, like, intentionally cruel to me?
Not cruel, but just, like, I don't know. Like, okay, so, like, you didn't have
They
siblings.
thought it was funny, but I took, like, offense to it, or, like, was really hurt.
Or just, like, something stupid you did as a kid. Because you didn't have siblings to do a lot of stupid stuff with. But, like, you probably did stupid stuff. Right? You're like, no, I've never
No.
done it.
Why would I do something stupid?
Oh,
I
man.
guess I'm a little confused.
You didn't do anything stupid as a kid?
Yeah, but your brother duct taping you to a dolly isn't you doing something stupid.
Oh, I know.
Like, now I'm confused.
It was just like one of the many weird predicaments that my brother and I got ourselves into, though, as kids.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, like, did you ever get yourself into... Oh, man, why did that go behind me? We're going to restart. Frenzy Fanboy is an android. He does like androids.
I do refer to humans as something other than the species that I belong to. Because humans are crazy.
Why?
Can we talk about the guy that was driving in the parking lot at the end of the movie theater today?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the guy who was sitting next to me in the theater.
I don't know this story.
Okay.
You need to tell us the story, because I'm unaware of what the story is.
Man, I don't know. This guy, like, okay, so usually I have a really high tolerance for just humans in general. But this guy, why do I keep throwing it behind me?
I don't know.
I don't know how that happens.
I see your thumb start in the middle of the screen and go down, so maybe that has something to do with it?
Because I think I'm trying to drift. Woo! No, he would like... Okay, he would take popcorn by the handful. I was supposed to go up there, but we'll just kind of hit this guy. Boop. He'd take popcorn by the handful. Hold on, let me... Take it by the handful. And he would eat it like this. Like, so noisy. Like, the loudest popcorn eater I've ever had. And then he would legitimately, like, he was trying to eat so much so quick, he would choke on it. And then cough for, like, a minute. And then blow his nose for, like, 30 seconds. And then he would get his drink, and he'd be like... Like, all movie long. Did you not hear him?
You know what's hilarious to me?
That's
is why do you always get the horrible people to sit next to? Like, I feel like every single movie that we go to...
No, just the last two I've had weird people. Not every single movie.
No, like every single one.
No, just...
I never get, like, weird people...
It's because I scout out who's going to be the weirdos, and I choose to sit by them because...
Not true, because this wasn't the case.
It's true.
We sat down before he
I
came.
that up. Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
so here's my all clear pipe.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Can I do my all clear pipe right now?
Please do.
Gargamon says that his favorite popcorn is mucus flavored popcorn.
Ugh.
It's very underrated. One should try it.
Ugh.
That's what the guy next to you was trying to let you know. He was trying to teach you how to properly eat popcorn.
Ugh. I mean, I felt for him because I was like, you are really liking that popcorn. You are just living your best life, and I support it. But also, take a breath.
Hey, I played under 30 hours. Frenzy
Did you
Fangirl.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good.
That's so good.
Oh boy, here comes Kamui with another long story. But it starts off, I feel like Baby Frenzy Fanboy.
Oh no.
Are we ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
I feel like Baby Frenzy Fanboy would be completely oblivious to all of the crazy hijinks that may have been going on around him when he was little. Just living his best life in his own reality.
Probably. You ended up doing something, like you ended up, what? You guys ended up going, you went with some friends and went like rock climbing in the middle of the night once, right? Was that like the most, am I making that up? Rappelling, not rock climbing, rappelling. Didn't you go with like Jordo and some friends?
What is this, like, incriminating episode? We're gonna talk about all the things that, how we've broken the law?
Yeah. I've broken the law a lot.
So, White Latte says the audio coming from Frenzy Fangirl stream, by the way, is delayed by like 30 solid seconds.
Really?
If I'm catching the sound waves in real life, all the way from Australia.
Huh.
Are you sure you're not hearing mine? You might be hearing mine, because I think my sound's being pushed through.
I think mine's being pushed through too, maybe.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Well,
Sorry about that.
she does have a Samsung, so what do we all learn here? Samsung's technology is inferior. Oh. Gargamon likes how we have to preface what they are now, like baby or adult. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll have to make sure that Frenzy Fanboy understands like the time frame that we're discussing. If the year isn't given, then like the size of the human body needs to be relayed. If they're tiny humans,
you're silly.
Or like full-grown human bodies.
You're a silly head.
Let's see here.
Okay, so like there was this one time. Don't ever do this. By the way, if there are any kids listening to this, this is like stupid behavior. Don't ever do this.
Immortal Horsefang.
Yeah, just don't do this. Like you will go to jail. Somehow we did not go to jail, but you will go to jail. I was with my brother and all his friends. So my brother and I are 15 months apart. So all his friends were my friends because I'm mature like that. No, not really.
Because you were the hot younger sister.
No, that was my little sister. My little sister was way hotter. I was like the girl next door. I was cute. Anyways.
No. You have it all wrong. All my brother's friends weren't interested in me because, let me tell you, I was the girl next door. I was cute.
My sister, she had... Okay.
What? You're giving us mixed signals.
Anyways, okay. All that to say, there was this one night I was hanging out with them, and they were a bunch of idiots, and I just went along with it. But we went to this like construction site that was by our this housing development that was by our house, and all these kids thought it would. What am I doing?
Oh, I know this story.
All these kids thought it would be so funny. You know, they're like, I'm like probably 14 and they're like 16. It'd be so funny to go to this construction site and like push over all of the porta potties. Just like push them over. They thought it'd be hilarious. So they did this. I didn't participate. I was there witnessing it. I should have said something, but
like cow tipping, but way more expensive.
Yeah. Turns out, like for lack of better words, like the priest of our church, like the head honcho of our church, owned this construction company, like this real estate business that was building. And they all got in so much trouble because it cost them like thousands and thousands of dollars.
You don't want to go porta potty tipping.
Don't do it, especially if
it's
like
bad news.
The head of the priest of your church, or I don't even know, like, anyways, owns it. They got in so much trouble. I didn't rat them out though. I played dumb.
Okay, can I get to my all clear pipe?
Yeah, why haven't you yet?
Good question, Frenzy Fangirl. Good question. Oh, it's a driver.
Who's it gonna be?
Am I gonna get coins?
Ooh.
No. Party Time Pauline to level 3.5. Half level land. Alright. So this kind of actually rubs me the wrong way. Because we all know that the era of new items being introduced into the game is now coming to an end.
Yes.
And to be honest, I'm a little bummed that there was no Bowser Party Time.
Bowser Party Time would have been cool.
Like, how much more awesome would this game be if there was a Bowser Party Time or like a Bowser Vacation? Can you imagine Bowser in like a Hawaii like button-up shirt with like cut-off shorts to go surfing with like Giant Banana or Lucky 7?
I think that'd be so fun.
No, Nintendo's like, we definitely need to put a doctor's coat on them.
It was easy.
I'm just saying, it's like...
Someone during COVID was like, let's have a doctor series. Because the Dr. Mario... Oh my gosh, why do I stink at this game? I get so distracted all the time. What are people saying in the comments? I'm not paying attention, sorry guys.
Kamui says that Bowser Fury with his own lava and black off-roader. Yeah. Yep. I've never even played Bowser Fury, but yeah, that was one of the ones that I was like, it'd be so cool if he came to the game. Just because he's like that quintessential, like, evil Bowser, right? Just like super mad at the world for whatever reason.
You resonate with these people.
Apparently.
But you're not that really mad of an individual.
I got mad at that one dude in the parking lot today.
You did get mad at him.
Ooh. Ooh. I haven't been that mad at someone in a long time.
It wasn't even anything to really get mad about.
No.
Though.
So the reason that I got mad was because I was pointing out his stupidity. And he thought that I was the one that was stupid in the scenario.
He thought you were being mean.
No, he thought that I was the one that was being stupid, and he was... I don't like it when people think that I'm stupid.
No, I think he was I think he was responding to your reaction thinking you were overreacting, and he did it by overreacting even more.
The guy was a bad word. And Jeeves is here!
Jeeves!
What's up, frenzy folks, he says. Jeeves, welcome, welcome.
Jeeves, what's up?
Easter Bowser with bunny ears? Okay. I hear you, Kamui. I hear you. I see you. I understand you. However, I don't really want, like, a fun-loving, adorable Bowser. I know that, like, party time and...
Gegshi?
Vacation, I guess, are kind of... But just the Easter Bowser, for some reason... I don't know that I would be that excited about, because it's like a little bit too cute. I just want to see Bowser on vacation. Like,
oh my gosh.
Get out of the castle.
Why do I
quit
suck?
worrying about Mario, cramping his style, and just like go on vacation or go to a party or something. I don't know. For some reason, I just think that Bowser and Easter is too much of a dichotomy. Is that the word?
Sure.
I hear you, though. No. If we could have gotten, like, at least one of these other Bowser alts, and then there happened to be an Easter Bowser, I'd be fine with it, yeah. But, Okay, what else we got here? Ooh, God Mode's in the house. What's
hey,
up,
God
God Mode?
Mode, what's up?
Jeeves and God Mode are now chatting with each other. Oh, Jeeves also, said hi to Firestorm. So that's good.
Guys, you missed I don't know, the beginning of this episode was hilarious. If you ever just need a good laugh,
Man.
just go watch Friends of Fanboy.
I cried. I was laughing so hard I cried. Let's just put it that way.
I think we were all laughing so hard we cried because of your funniness.
So Kamui says, what if Easter Bowser had coin box? Yep. See, the thing is like Santa Bowser, he's already kind of like adorable and
Meowser's
and,
kind of...
You know, he's like a kitty cat Bowser, like not too like
he's like
scary.
a tiger.
And then like Dr. Bowser just kind of didn't really do it for me because of the pill skill. And so, yeah.
What about Daycare Bowser with Bowser Jr.?
Daycare Bowser. We are like running off the rails here.
What am I doing here? Am I just trying to beat him?
Yeah, you want to get into first place.
Okay.
Out of the two of you.
Oh, this is like the big Donkey Kong one, but it's like Big Ice Mario?
I think it's Ice Bro.
That's what I meant.
So Jeeves is like, whoa, Bowser Easter? What drugs are we on? Yeah, he kind of came in at a funky time in the stream. Child support Bowser. Okay. We're batting 1,000, aren't we, here in the chat? Lawyer Bowser, says White Latte. I'm sorry I brought it up.
I love though. Oh man. Don't ice me.
Oh boy. I don't even know if I can... Ooh! For the
Oh, there's
Vanguard
two
just got
laps.
second. Oh.
There's 2 laps. This is great. It's like the one time you want there to be 2 laps. They trying to hurt me.
Okay. I think, let's check out multiplayer. Because we're gonna do what I need to do in order to be able to get something that I'm not gonna use until the anniversary tour, which is next tour. There's gonna be like 5 hours of me pulling multiplayer pipes.
Are we gonna do this?
Which is just gonna be like a bunch of tickets and balloons. Do you get balloons in multiplayer?
When are we
pipes?
doing this? When are you gonna pull your pipes?
That's a good question, because we are going to be in town in our house for a total of like 1 day during the whole anniversary tour, because it's our anniversary. Mario Kart.
Oh no! I hate this game! Not really, I actually love
No,
this game.
no.
I love this game, but I didn't like what just happened.
I'm glad that you're coming to grips with it.
I'd like to apologize to Mario Kart Tour for saying those horrible things.
Just got one item slot? Dang, nabbit. It's going to take forever to get these extra points.
What extra points are you trying to get?
I don't know. How many ever points I need to get to all my player pipe thingies?
Hey guys, I got Kart Pro. Jeeves, Jeeves, be proud of me.
Oh wait, no, I can do default.
I'm just seeking for validation tonight. Everybody needs to tell me that they like my new design for our live stream, and everybody needs to tell me that they're proud of me that I got Kart Pro.
Alright, you guys know what to do. Do it.
Are you playing some,
Okay, let's see here. Playing card glider looks amazing. Hopefully it gets some good buffs, says God Mode. Absolutely. Kamui says maybe a construction Bowser? Shadow Bowser or Shadow Mario would have been super cool, says Firestorm. Absolutely.
I feel like... okay. Can I say something that's gonna make you mad, but I don't mean to make you mad?
Does it matter how I answer this question?
Yes.
No.
If you... Okay.
I don't think it matters.
Okay. If it doesn't matter, I'll say it anyways. Oh my gosh, Ice Bro, what's your problem? We got shortchanged on some really cool Bowser options, but we do have plenty of Bowser options. It's not like Bowser wasn't in the game at all.
The thing is Bowser, if it weren't for Bowser, then the whole Mario universe does not exist.
Correct.
I mean, I kind of feel like for how many Mario and Luigi alts that there are, and Peach alts, that if Bowser had half as many as the average of all of them, we would probably have 6 or 7 more. Can somebody do the math? Hey, Larry98, I know you're asleep. Let's take the average of all of the alts of Mario, Luigi, and Peach, divide that average by 2.
Why by 2?
Half of the average of all the alts of all of these people, and I bet you that he would have 6 more alts. Crickets. Woo-wee! 99 cents!
There you go. You start talking math, and my brain just kind of checked out. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, can we talk some math?
Well, you can.
Okay, so over the weekend, we ended up going to a place called Cedar Breaks National Monument.
Yeah.
Where, man, these multiplayer friends are just amazing. I am loving you, Curtis, and the other guy that I can't remember your name. It was like 0 something. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. You guys are like killing me now. What is this blooper frenzy junk? Come on. Like, what is this?
It's not like they can help it if they get a blooper frenzy.
I know, it's true, but they're just still being kind of mean.
Are they, though?
No. All right. So we went to this place literally randomly, like Frenzy Fangirl. I was going to hike Angel's Landing by myself again. I actually got a permit this time to do it. And thank you guys for helping me out. 35,000 points is great. Wait, are you playing me? You're not playing me. Thanks, though. Yeah, Zeto Art. 0. Some of the letters are in there. And Frenzy Fangirl was like, I don't really know that that's really what we should be doing this weekend. So then we were thinking of maybe going to Escalante.
I didn't want him hiking
National
Angel's
Park
Landing by himself.
Which was cool, but is like 3 hours away. It'd be kind of like a big commitment, and Frenzy Fangirl really wasn't feeling like up to snuff, like health-wise. She kind of has like this
I feel like
cough.
this weird. I don't know if it's allergies or a cold or what. It's been something weird for like the past week.
Something's just been bugging you, and you're like, I really want to go to Escalante, but I don't really want to like be there with this garbage. And I was like, okay.
It's like one of my dream trips in the area, and I just feel like if we're going to spend that much money and time...
You said bucket list. You said bucket list.
Yeah, it's one of my bucket list trips in this area, and if we are going to spend that much money and time going there, I want to feel like I'm down for like doing big hikes and all the things.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I think Hydra just joined my...
I suck at this!
My multiplayer. Is this the Hydra?
Whoa. Hydra, are you hanging out with us?
I thought that he wasn't playing anymore. Or is this a different Hydra? Anyway.
Maybe if I...
So we went to this place that's kind of up in the mountains here in southern Utah. It's like 10,000 feet elevation. Look at me with my coin frenzy luck in multiplayer.
Look
like,
at you
what
go.
is this?
Look at you go.
Look at me not being able to drive in frenzy mode for some reason.
How do you not hit things?
So we go to this place that's up in the mountains. It's only like an hour and a half away. And it's originally like a ski town, I guess you could say.
Not originally. It's just like during the winter.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the main thing that this place is a ski town.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, it's a ski resort.
And so when we were on Kart Talk, like we get into town, we get dinner, and then Kart Talk starts.
That was the other reason why I didn't want you to do Angel's Landing or Escalante's, because we had already told Kart Talk or Studfit that we were going to do Kart Talk.
Very true.
And had we done either of those two options, we would have not been able to do Kart Talk, and I would have felt bad.
Very true. So we were able to make Kart Talk, but we kind of got started late on Kart Talk, and I really wanted to go start taking pictures of the Milky Way. So I was only able to be there for the first hour. Thanks everyone for asking why I left early.
What's up, Snuffles?
Hey, Snuffles. He might know what Brian Head is, because he's a fellow Mountain Time Zoner. So that's where we were. And, oh yeah, so it turns out that this weekend there was like, at this National Monument place, thank you guys so much for being so kind to me in multiplayer.
Yeah, you guys are doing awesome.
I love you guys so much. It turns out that like this weekend was like a stargazing like event. Like every single Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night they had like speakers come to talk about the night sky.
It's
and
an astronomy weekend.
Yeah, it was like amazing. We had no clue. Like we made hotel reservations, we drove all the way up there, and then when I went to go take pictures of the Milky Way, there was a whole bunch of people there, which is crazy. As like an astrophotographer,
yeah,
like that's one of the reasons why I like it so much is because there are so few people and so like few other photographers. But there were a bunch of people, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" Mm-hmm. It's because there's this whole big like night time watching stars party stuff.
They had like NASA scientists there teaching us about things.
Yeah. Oh, and this is gonna tie into the whole math thing because I think we were talking about math. Just another long, drawn-out story by Frenzy Fanboy.
Go for it.
It's a good thing I didn't forget, like, my train of thought. I don't know how we got on the whole thing of doing math, though. Anyway, she was a heliophysicist. She works for NASA. For the past 25 years, she's been a heliophysicist with NASA, which is someone who dedicates their life studying our sun, like S-U-N.
I missed the rings. I got distracted too much.
Yeah, it's frustrating, huh? And so they had her on as like the second night's guest speaker, and there were probably like 100 or more people that were there that night to like come to listen to her. I was so happy that there were like that many people enthused about.
Yeah,
and
it was cold. Like it
Hydra.
was. I had fun with it, but it was cold too. So like I was happy that there were so many people there when it was like 30 degrees out.
Yeah.
I think it was when we were up at the top of Brian Head. I think it was like 32 degrees or 33 degrees.
No, it didn't get below 40.
When we were up at the very top of the peak?
Yeah.
I thought the car said that when you were out and I went to the car.
No, I don't think so. That's why I was so surprised that like the tire thing was going on. Anyway, she's talking about the sun, and one of the things that she talks about is solar eclipses. And like she's talking about like how cool they are and like how good of an experience it is and this, that, and the other. And then at the end, I was like, hey, can we ask questions in front of everyone? And I was the very first one to ask a question because it was like a burning question. I was like, I couldn't contain myself. I wanted to ask her so bad. And so I asked her the question that I'm going to get to. Oh, okay, good. You did get it. I thought maybe you missed it by one again.
No, I'm just laughing at you.
Okay. So I asked her. I asked her to talk about the statistical significance or rarity of having the moon and the sun be 400, almost exactly. Like 400 times their diameter of one another, but also 400 times the distance from Earth at the same time. Like, is this a common thing, or is this kind of like crazy rare? And she's like, oh yeah, it's very rare. She didn't really, I mean, she kind of like talked about the stuff she wanted to talk about, but she didn't really get, I was kind of hoping that she would have some type of like, in fact, it's like a 0.003% chance that this like could, like the coincidence of this happening, whatever. She didn't say that. So I went to Reddit, and apparently I found this group or this subreddit on Reddit that's called They Did the Math, where you go and you like request like questions on like stuff that's hard to like figure out math-wise, like what are the odds of this happening, or what are the chances of this happening, and you know, it's like all like legit stuff in life. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask these people that are like super smart and like mathematicians what the odds are, or the rarity of our moon and sun size and distance relationships are. And one guy was like, this is actually a really hard question to field because there are so many variables. And I was like, no, I get you. Like, that's why I'm kind of like asking this question. But then there was this other guy who like went out.
All of this what you do in your free time.
He went out to like Wikipedia and got all of this information on all of the different moons that are in our solar system. Do you know how many moons are in our solar system, like that exist like around all of the planets in our solar system?
How many?
No, I want you to guess. I want some people to guess in the comments. I'll wait. Hey, I got all my pipes. Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna get my all clear pipe right now.
Ooh, that's fun.
Ooh-wee.
All right, so, Golden Purple Eagle says he's a different Hydra. Okay, no, that's cool. We like Hydras. You're all good. So, yeah. In the chat, how many moons don't Google it. Come on, guys, don't Google it. If someone comes up with the exact number, like, right on. Okay, Gargamon says 5 moons. 5 moons in the entire solar system? It's a little higher than that. Because one of them...
So random.
One of them is... Ooh, okay, so Masa says he guesses 1,000. Rubies, I'm gonna ignore that, because again, he's just pushing my buttons.
Maybe that's legit. How do you know he's pushing your buttons?
50,000 moons.
How do you not? Ooh, speaking of planets and
half-level
moons.
land, planet glider. Paul says 22. See, I'm glad that we're getting like some legit guesses here, even though Rubies is he's kind of mocking me. Davey says 80. I like that. Paul says 22.
Rubies, you're doing great.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we're still playing multiplayer. I thought we were done. Everyone's like trying to bag and like be nice to like let me get points and stuff, and I'm like, I've ignored how many races have gone by. Did I ignore like a couple races? I thought we were done. That's really bad. But look at how nice you guys are. Let me go like back into first, like bam, like that.
Ruby's corrected his answer. He said, "Fine, how 500? How's that?"
Now I think he's just like asking Google. I think he's cheating now.
Why? Why are you so?
I just like pushing Ruby's buttons back. That's all.
I know.
Okay. What else do we got here? Okay.
You keep playing. So we got 22, 80, 100, 500.
Ruby's is getting mad.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Look at that mad face.
No, he loves you.
It looks like the sun. That face is so mad, it looks like the sun.
He loves you.
Snuffle says maybe 1,000 moons. It's 285.
Hey, I think Ruby's was the closest. Yep. He sure was.
No, Kamui says 100. That's only 185 away, while 500 is 320 away. Man, how many more races do we have to do here?
To get you all your points, right?
Okay, so anyway, 285, and the thing is okay, so this guy on Reddit, he was so nice. Like, I can't believe that he spent so much time to like do his calculations. He made a Google Sheets where he takes the information from Wikipedia and figures out the apparent diameter of all of these moons, 285 moons, and their relative distance from the sun, and figures out this ratio of how many moons would, in our solar system, actually make an eclipse where the moon and the sun appear to be the same size, right? Now, coin frenzy. Of the 285 moons that are in our solar system, next question for the chat.
Oh my gosh. Welcome.
How many of those moons have like this golden ratio of the ratio of sizes from this particular moon to the sun and the distance from the planet of the moon to the sun? Like having this golden ratio of, it turns out to be like around 1, right? So how many of the 285 moons create, man, I'm so on it with the coin phrases. How many of the moons are positioned just right to be able to, from the planet, the moon would cover the sun like almost exactly the same size as the sun?
Can we also be sad that I missed one of my challenge pipes this week and I don't get the ice cream Yoshi badge?
I'm super sad for you.
What night was that? That was the night of Kart Talk.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because
right.
Kart Talk went really late and I got into the hotel bed and I was like, I'm going to play Mario Kart. And then I got a message from my client and I got so distracted until like 30 minutes after that day's stuff ended. And I missed my tokens aplenty and a challenge and a high-end glider in my shop.
Yeah, and I felt so sad for you because I came back from taking pictures of the Milky Way and it was like 5 minutes after reset. I was like, oh, did you get your... And you're like, no, I missed everything.
I got distracted by work.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Are we doing token pipes now?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Token pipes.
Hey, Jeeves, are you still here?
Pipes.
Jeeves, are you still here? Thanks for hanging out with me on Kart Talk.
All right, so Rubies thinks that it's none, that not even the Earth gets an eclipse. Or the moon and the sun are the same apparent size.
Frenzy Fanboy's taken some pretty cool eclipse pictures.
Kamui says 50%. Okay. So he thinks, if I'm getting this right, he thinks that it's a pretty common, it's about 1 in every 2 moons that would have this perfect ratio of distances and sizes.
I'm going to go with 0.085%.
See, now you're just cheating.
Why am I cheating?
Because that's like the exact number.
Oh, how am I cheating? Like, I have no ability to cheat. I just know that it's rare. Sorry, guys, I have this cough.
So anyway, out of the 285 moons in our solar system, only 2 of them have this perfect golden ratio.
What is the actual percentage? Was I really that close?
So let's go. Let's go ahead and figure that out. Let's do that real quick. So
Will
if
you
we
mute
pull
me
up,
for a second? I have to. They couldn't hear you.
0.7%, and you said 0.85.
I said 0.085. So I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
you were way
I was
off.
way
You were an
off.
order of magnitude off.
I
Yeah,
know.
you were way off.
How dare you accuse me of being close?
So anyway, it's really hard to figure out the actual rarity of like an eclipse happening the way that we observe it. It is interesting though that it's less than 1% in our solar system.
I think I might like the blooper-shaped balloon better than the boo-shaped balloon.
Yeah,
I might be swapping it up.
I just saw the smile that you got on your face when you bought that. You like bought it and you're like
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Davey asks if we're going to go travel somewhere to see the total eclipse next year in April. It's coming through Texas.
I think we're going to Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas is our top of our list right now.
Still need to make some arrangements for it, but yeah.
Are you pulling for the babes?
In 2-3 weeks, the annular eclipse, which is, I mean, it's an eclipse, but it's just the moon's a little bit closer to us than a normal eclipse.
So it doesn't fully cover it, but like, if here's the sun, here's the moon, you'll have like this red outline.
Yeah, it's like a ring, like this orange ring that's going to occur. So that's coming this like October 14th. So
yeah,
in a couple of weeks. So we're going to check that one out. That one might be fun. It's the first annular eclipse.
We'll be in like southern, southeastern Utah for that one. Kind of near Monument Valley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shokamui says, I work for a telecommunications and internet provider. We're working on trying to upgrade as many businesses and residential accounts as possible in preparation for the eclipse. Businesses are freaking.
Like, just your customers that lie in the path of the eclipse in 2024? Is that what you're saying?
Their businesses are freaking out at the potential surge of people sucking up all the bandwidth. Oh!
So, do you remember the eclipse in 2017? We were in Nashville.
How could I forget that eclipse? That was a very weird day in my life.
I got a really good picture just off of like the back of my camera, and I wanted to post it to Facebook, and the network was so bogged down because guess what? Everyone was posting their pictures of the eclipse.
And everybody was in that area that we were in, yeah.
Yeah, and so I've never seen, like, before the eclipse, perfectly fine service.
Yep.
Like, for the hour or two after the eclipse, nothing.
It was weird.
So, yeah, that's fun, Kamui, that you're, like, you guys are already, like, planning ahead for this.
Kamui, are you in Texas? Or where are you? You're in Texas.
Certain areas are going to have huge events.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will be the problem. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the eclipse was interesting. I had a lot going on in my mind that day. So it's like,
oh boy, that is a day that will forever be ingrained in our brains, not even because of the eclipse.
So that was the day my dad passed away. He passed away early that morning.
You woke up before me, and that was the first thing that I heard you say.
Yeah. So we had put him on hospice like a week and a half earlier. And my dad was like a fighter and like would not... He survived so many like strokes and heart attacks, like with like the best personality and positivity in life. Like he just loved life, right? Mm-hmm. And so like we were always joking that like it would take, I don't know, like it would take something big to like wipe him out. Anyways, it's kind of like almost like a little spiritual moment. It's like all his kids like left him just for like a day or two so we could all go see the eclipse he wanted us to. And it was like the morning that we were all looking up to the sky, he like snuck out of life. Mm-hmm. Anyways, all that to say, going through that and then experiencing like one of the most extreme, like, I don't know, the eclipse was, it's powerful. Like, just energetically, it's so weird, like, experience. I don't know how to describe it other than it's just like this sacred experience almost.
It knocked me on my emotional butt.
Yeah, you cried during it.
I was very busy trying to photograph the eclipse, and I was very worked up in the days leading up to it.
Yeah.
Because I was just so anxious. Like, I really, really, really wanted to be able to capture it, and I had no clue how to do it, and so many variables that could make things go wrong. And when things were working right, and I was, like, experiencing it, like... I just got super, super emotional. Like, it surpassed all my expectations. Like,
it was bonkers.
I had no idea that experiencing it was going to be, like, that emotional. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was really cool. Anyways, all that to say, I don't think the one in Texas, I don't think the one in October is going to be, maybe it will be as powerful as that. But the one in Texas is, like, an identical one to that one. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to go experience it again. Snuffle says it's nice to hear that Texas is planning ahead for a nature event for once. Davey says, I think the eclipse path of totality is going to pass through here in Austin. Yeah. I think Austin's in... I think Austin gets a shorter, like, amount of totality. Like, the time is a little bit shorter than Dallas, right? But I think
they're like right next to each other.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be different if you're comparing, like, Mexico to New York.
Okay.
But cities within Texas, it'll be seconds difference.
Gotcha. Well, I like Austin. Maybe we should do Austin instead of Dallas.
Is it really going through Austin, though? For some reason, I didn't think it was going through Austin.
Oh, here's my...
Davey is a photographer, though, and he lives there, so maybe he knows better than I do.
Explain this to me. I'm about to exchange 180 rubies for this, but I only have 131.
Yeah, so so you can't.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
You don't have enough. They figured it out. They figured it out. They knew what to do.
We have all of our common gliders maxed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't need to buy those ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's my daily select shop today. I got 2 high-ends, none of which I would be willing to spend money on. Mm-hmm. Do you have pictures of your Eclipse?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can find pictures of it. Where'd my mouse go? Oh, you stole it from me.
Well, yeah, because I was having a hard time reading stuff.
Hey, guys, if you're still watching, will you hit the like button? I'm going to hide my phone for a second. And I am going to go look for some Eclipse pictures because I thought that you did a really great job.
Oh, thanks, Frenzy Fangirl.
Are they in our photo album? Our, like, Google Photos?
Mm-hmm. They are, in fact.
What?
Maybe in the astrophotography one, if you can find that one.
In that account?
Yeah. Oh, either that or the house one. It might be in both.
Okay. Library.
Ruby says he liked it.
Is it the astrophotography one?
Yeah, probably at the very, very bottom.
I feel like there should be no.
Oh.
You lied to me.
Oh, it would have been on the crop sensor one, though.
That one. Here we go.
There they are.
Are you guys ready for this?
So just do like one at a time, but start with... Have that one be the last one.
That one? Should I start with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Are you guys ready for this? Plus in the chat if you want to see some Eclipse photos. I didn't wait for you guys. Okay. Frenzy Fanboy legit took this photo. Tell us about it, Frenzy Fanboy.
Yeah, so this is what they call the diamond ring portion of an eclipse, and it just happens. So totality can be anywhere from like a minute to I think like 4 minutes, depending on the eclipse. I think this one was like the totality was like 2.5 minutes when we were there in Nashville. Mm-hmm. I think the one in Texas is going to be more like 4 minutes, which is kind of crazy. But for just like maybe 2 seconds on each side of the eclipse as the moon is passing over the sun, you get this moment where the rays of light from the sun, they just pass around the edge of the moon, and like there's this bright like explosion of light that looks like this kind of diamond ring effect. Mm-hmm. Super, super cool. And I got it, guys. I got it. It was one of those pictures very few times in the life of a photographer do you take a picture and you look at it on the back of the digital camera and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
There it is. Like,
yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, we printed this one off for my brother on a big canvas, but my favorite thing that I did with this one, I don't have it anymore, but I need to do it, is the pop sockets. I got a custom one of it here, and I had it for like 2 years. It was awesome. I need to get another one of those. Okay, so Davey said, well, okay, so Curtis says, that's really nice. You're reading them, right?
Kamui. Mm-hmm.
Kamui says, nice. Davey says, well, awesome. Paul wants it as his phone screensaver. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy wants to know if you ever got your Bowser Oreo.
Yeah, so while we're on the topic of eclipses, things that happen very rarely.
Yeah.
I did not.
Because that was even more rare. A Bowser Oreo is more rare than an eclipse.
But apparently, shoot, what is up with me and names? We're gonna edit this out. Why can I not think of names? I feel so bad.
That's okay. Do you want to give me a hint? Whisper in my ear. He's our friend.
Yes! Issa! Unbelievable. My brain.
I got you.
So Issa posted on our Frenzy Fan Discord. He's like, Frenzy Fanboy, go to Dollar Tree because they're selling Oreo packs for $1. And so he ended up getting a couple. And then the first 2 cookies that he took out of it, Bowser cookies.
Blows my mind.
And I was like, you better not have eaten them because each one of those is worth like, what, $50 on eBay now?
They were at one point in time.
Unbelievable.
Okay, here's the next Eclipse picture. Ready? Bam!
Ah, yeah. Okay, so then this is, what do they call it?
The ring.
No, so this is like the barrel beads,
the beads.
Beasley beads, come on, Davey, help me out. What is this? So this is another part in the eclipse. After beads. I think it's like Bailey beads. There we go. Bailey beads. These are the Bailey beads, and this is another time during the eclipse where it only happens for a second or so. That I think it's after like the big like power diamond ring punch.
Right after. Oopsie.
I think it's right after that. You said right after or right before. Yeah, so it's
Boom.
even less light.
Boom.
But all of these like little itsy bitsy kind of like dispersions of light, that's the light that's like going through like the little like craters. And when I say little, I mean like ginormous, like, kilometers deep equators. And so the sun is like kind of, the light from the sun is kind of wrapping around these craters on the moon. And you get these little itsy bitsy tiny Bailey beads, I believe.
Masa says your picture deserves some kind of award.
Aww.
It's true. He's really good. Friends of Fanboy doesn't realize how good he is. He thinks that I tell him that just because I'm his wife, but he's freaking amazing at it.
You're kind of biased. Have I not gotten 1 gold pipe?
I didn't get 1 gold pipe either.
In all of these?
Yeah.
I'm already at my 500s.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, are you ready? So this one's my favorite, but the next one is Friends of Fanboy's favorite. To the point where how big of a print did we print of this one? Because we did it as like a triptych, so 3 canvases to equal this next picture. It was massive.
It was a 4x6 foot.
4x6 foot at our old house.
All I had to say was gold pipe.
There you go.
Yeah. So this one isn't of the full eclipse. I cropped in just because I kind of felt like it was a little bit more powerful of an emotion.
Yeah.
But then look at this prominence that's coming out of the top of the eclipse here. Can you zoom into it? So this prominence, and at one point I did the math. I did the ratio of the diameter of the sun and then kind of how big that prominence was.
Yeah.
And if I did my math right, I believe that the distance, the 2-dimensional distance that we're seeing of this prominence from the surface of the sun out to the edge of the prominence, 43,200 feet.
Yeah. Which is...
Miles.
I was going to say miles.
Not feet.
Yeah.
Miles. 43,200 miles.
Which is how many Earths?
5 Earths you could fit end to end from the top of the
that
surface
one
of the
little-
sun to the top of that prominence right there.
5 Earths!
5 Earths.
The sun is massive.
Boom, 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 boom.
The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at a temperatures of millions of degrees. The sun is hot. The sun is not.
Just keep on going. Keep on going. We're all loving it. Just like every time.
I sing that song to Friends of Fanboy.
Every time we talk about the sun.
Yeah, it's a great song. Okay, anyways. Shukamui has 4 pipes left. And he finally got a high-end glider cap ticket.
Okay, so I want to make sure, because I kind of want to get this guy And this guy. Thanks for sharing that, Frenzy Fangirl.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to go find a picture of the print that we had at our house, because I loved that print.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that print?
Mm-hmm.
We downsized our house dramatically, so we don't really have wall space like that for those type of prints anymore. But
I'm debating. I've got 637 tokens left. If I get the blooper balloon, then I won't have enough right now to be able to pull for the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that I can't play some more and get like I guess I need, 23 more rubies. I think I'm just going to pull a pipe now since we're on. And then I'll play for another couple tokens in a little bit.
I don't know where I'd have that print. It's okay. Can I show them some? Did you put any of the pictures that you developed this past day?
I was in the process of being able to do that to put on my phone on this computer over here, but was a little bit late. So if you're okay with me doing that now, so I can share that as my grateful, thankful, made me happy.
Oh,
are you okay with that?
Sure.
Or so that you can do it. Doesn't matter either way. They're not in.
They're not on here.
Yeah, I have to drag and drop some things real quick.
Okay, but you get this was this the balance? No, that was the Idaho balance rock.
Oh yeah, let's do this too. This was the first time in the second week of the tour that I got a high-end thing in my
Look
shop.
at you go.
And there's like the thing in the challenge card that says buy something from the shop.
Okay.
I wasn't able to clear it until today because my shop had been dry this whole second week. So I wanted to save this quick ticket for the stream. Let's see if we get something else. Nope. Just the same old, same old.
I'll do a quick ticket.
You should do a quick ticket.
I'll entertain us with a quick ticket.
Ooh, I still have to do tour gifts. Okay, let me do this over here.
Okay, I'll do a quick ticket while you do that, since maybe I'll get something cool. Okay, guys, while you're still here, by the way, if you guys are still here, leave. Oh my gosh!
What happened? Look at that!
I have the perfect amount of coins.
That's amazing.
Guys, I'm so happy I quick ticket. That was like the only gold pipe I got this entire tour. That was amazing, guys.
Good job, Frenzy fan.
I'm so excited.
Good job.
It's just signs of good things to come. Because what I was gonna say is, how is everybody feeling about these changes? We haven't talked a lot about it on the stream yet, mainly because I think we're going to keep it all in for the next stream.
Mm-hmm.
But how are we all feeling about it? How are you feeling about it, Frenzy Fanboy? Frenzy Fanboy and I have different feelings on why it's happening. But how are you feeling?
Give me just a couple of seconds because I'm trying to.
Oh, he's concentrating, guys. Sorry.
To do.
Guys, I'm so happy. I have 460 coins left. I'm going to buy this one only because I like stocking up on these, especially if we have gold Mario coming out. That way I can just like max him out, quad cap him right away. Or at least triple cap him right away. Oh, did you do it already?
Yeah.
Wow, that was quick.
I mean, I'm kind of good.
You're so good at life.
Okay, let's see here.
I was so bummed when the 2 tickets popped up in my daily selects because at first I thought I didn't have enough coins, and I was like, I don't have time to go get coins right now. But it was perfect. It was like made for me. Oh yeah, your phone's not connected anymore.
It is now.
Bam. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, this is part of my Grateful Thankful Made Me Happy.
Okay.
It was so much fun going to Cedar Breaks, taking
Yes.
pictures of the Milky Way and spending time with you and looking at the stars and all that good stuff. So here's 5 pictures so far that I've gone through. There's still one more kind of location site that I haven't completely finished developing. I was going to try and get it done by this time, but I didn't get to it. So anyway, thing is Cedar Breaks is kind of fun because it's like a mini Bryce Canyon.
We didn't even know this existed like 4 days ago.
Yeah. So this just totally looks like Bryce Canyon, like all of the red like rocks and hoodoos. Oh yeah. So you can see down here, all these little hoodoos and stuff. And this time of the year, oh yeah, there's some more hoodoos. So this time of the year, the Milky Way.
I used to accidentally call them hobos when we first moved out here.
That's not correct.
I could never think of the name of it,
It's
so
not
I just called them hobos. But they're hoodoos, guys. Hoodoos.
So this time of the year, the Milky Way kind of looks like it's coming straight out of the horizon, like straight up and down. which I didn't think that I was going to be a super huge big fan of, because I really like doing the arch of the Milky Way like earlier in the year, but I'm kind of loving it.
I love it when it goes straight up and down. I feel like you can really work with like cool features in the foreground.
Yeah. So here's another one. I think this one's a little bit. I mean, does that not look like Bryce Canyon?
Totally looks like Bryce Canyon.
Like what? And Bryce Canyon's probably like what, 70, 80 miles away from here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like a good hour's drive at least. So it's kind of crazy that like just randomly there's like just this little section of nature that looks like, and then all of a sudden it just like goes into, like lush tree forest.
I think that was the cool thing about this is it's like literally red rock and then just like massive pine trees and aspen trees and cedar trees and evergreens, and it's really cool.
Okay, yeah, so here's another one.
Okay, while you pause on that one, I asked everybody how they feel about the new one, the new changes. So let's just kind of go over some of these things. One, you can answer this later, but don't forget to. Snuffles wants to know if you use Photoshop on these. So Paul's super excited about the changes. Ruby says, I freaking love the changes coming. Curtis says, acceptance, the last stage of grief. I'm with you, Curtis. It's been a roller coaster, right? Tokyo says, I'm forced to adjust because I love this game. I really hope, I know that we've said this like 1,000 times, or at least I feel like I've said this 1,000 times, but I really hope that the community who really loves this game continues to show up for it, because you guys are what makes this fun. Like, we've been live for like 2 hours, and we're just goofing off. Like, this has nothing to do with, like, new characters or, like, even playing the lines well. I just have fun hanging out with you guys. So I hope you guys keep showing up because you guys all bring joy into my life. Let's see here. Shoku Movie says, I love boost point tickets. I can't stand grinding points. Randy thinks it'll change the vibe dramatically, but no change for him yet. Do you think it's going to change the vibe of the game?
Yeah, so I think...
Sorry, guys.
I think how I'm viewing it or processing it is I feel like it's a really, really good television series that has 4 seasons of episodes.
Okay.
And now we're just going to be in, like, rerun mode, which isn't horrible, but it's just kind of like the next evolution of... a story.
Okay, like when you think of like cult classics, right? Like shows where like cult classics are defined and like created from, right? Besides Ted Lasso, I feel like all those happen after the seasons end.
What happens?
The cult is created.
Oh. So you think there's going to be like a huge influx of more Mario Karters?
I think so. I really do. Nobody agrees with me, and I get that. I'm, like, eternally optimistic. It's one of the qualities Frenzy Fanboy dislikes about me the most. I'm just kidding. But I'm, like...
I'm not laughing. It's true.
I'm, like, eternally optimistic about it. But I think we're going to get an influx of console players coming over to the game now that is not, like, ever-changing.
Yeah. I love your optimism. I just don't know that that's going to be the case. I just kind of feel like, okay.
You're wrong.
We were chatting about this earlier today. I kind of feel like the game, I feel like there's a hard disconnect between Nintendo, DNA, really, and its player base. Mm-hmm. I feel like the player base is very dedicated and very loyal, and like especially enjoys the community, like people that they get involved with the community on any level. But I don't think that that's important at all to Nintendo. Like Nintendo is so cold. Like they are so very like business matter of fact-y with all of their interactions with us. Like, all the way down to their signature for every single email that we write or every single update to the app. We hope you're enjoying we hope you enjoy continuing to play Mario Kart Tour. Just over and over and over again. Like, it feels cold. It feels heartless. And I feel like all of the decisions that they've made are not for, like, love of Mario Kart or has any, like, respect to the community.
If Nintendo hires me just to write the copy for all their, like, presses and newsletters, I think it would be fine.
Yeah.
Just switch it up a lot.
Yeah.
You're mocking me.
No.
But what do you expect them to say? It's not like a single person like writing a newsletter or copy out to people being like hyping them up like, yeah, guys, this is the best thing ever.
Okay. I'll grant you that, but their actions, the actions of Nintendo, I feel solidify my opinion that for some reason, when they had enough content to be able to feed us new items and courses at least for another year, they came out with so much stuff so fast to come up to have everything done by this 4th anniversary that it wasn't. I don't believe that any of their decision making on doing this had anything to do with anything but financial and business means.
But they're a business.
I know. But see, here's the thing is when you have like a loyal following, you're talking about like a cult following.
We call it a culture.
Culture following.
Culture, yes.
I just feel like it's a stone cold CEO decision of giving the axe to the game that just has nothing but numbers behind it. That they fell short enough times quarterly and yearly of their goals, which who knows how those goals, like I work in a company, thank goodness not with a financial group, but they'll put out these goals of stuff and they are so like disconnected from the actual like technology and like pulse of the industry that they put these numbers out there, and based on like the performance of the people within the company, which really is kind of like a lot of times you have your hands tied behind your back because of like chain supply issues because of COVID or whatever. Like, if you're not making enough money as what some financial analyst guy said that we should be making in a year, then like people get laid off and like travel freezes happen and this, that, and the other. It's like, well, where are you coming up with this number? Like, we're still the leader in the industry in this, but the entire industry is taking a hit. Like, like what is going on? Like, I feel too often you've got these penny pushers that are making these decisions, not just in gaming industry, like in my industry and pretty much everyone in industry, that make decisions just based on the amount of money that something is producing, and they don't take into account like the human aspect of it. And I feel like that's what Nintendo has purposely tried not to make us happy, almost trying to like callous us towards this, like Gold Luigi Night being available for 1 hour during the tour, multiplayer being so half-baked for months on end, like continuously like putting the same 4 battle courses like every single tour for years on end. Like all of this stuff that just, like, if they were to actually play their game, they would realize that none of these decisions actually make sense.
Through the lens of a player.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But it's like a car manufacturer making cars, but nobody in the company actually driving their car to realize that their car is trash.
So, Frenzy Fanboy and I sometimes look at life through different lenses. So I'm going to give you my opposing view to your view on it. Because I would say, not in a bad way, but you have a very, like, logical, black and white view on it. Where, like, I don't know. Here's my take. And who knows, like, here's the problem, is Nintendo gives us, like, no data. No data. So they haven't released any financial statements. They haven't released, like, their objective or anything like that. Like, if you think about Nintendo, they don't, like, a lot of businesses, right? They'll have, like, a charismatic leader. So you have, like, Steve Jobs, or you have something like that, who's, like, leading the vision and saying, hey, guys, this is where we're going. This is the goal, right? Nintendo has none of that. Like, their charismatic characters are the characters in the game, right? So all that to say, we have no data from them, so we have no idea, right? You're looking at this scenario through the lens of, they're trying to shut it down. This is just the only way they can go about it. I'm looking at it saying, yeah, like, they removed gacha pipes and that cut their profits dramatically. But how do we know that they're not sitting there saying, hey, we need to keep this game going for the next 10 years? I'm not saying that this is what they're saying, but who says that the conversation's like, hey guys, we need to keep the game going for the next 10 years, and the only way we can accomplish this is to change from, like, a scaling model, which is build the game up as quickly as we can, keep doing tons of in-app purchases, keep, like, our contract with DNA going and renew it with them for another 4 years. They might be like, we don't have the profits to do that, but it will be highly profitable if we just switch this business model to a membership-based model with some in-app purchases, and then we can keep the life of this game going for many years to come, because we're not dumping tons of money into growing something that's not keeping up with our financial goals. But if we do put it in this evergreen model, sorry, I'm speaking like digital marketing terms, but if we put it in this evergreen model where it's just like, it lives there, it's a living, breathing machine that's been created and now it just needs to be maintained, like, we can keep this going for years. So if we want to support the fan base and keep a game, instead of going bankrupt trying to scale something that's not going to meet our objectives, let's put it in an evergreen mode where they can enjoy it for 10 years to come. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's just, like, another look on it, right? Like, I feel like a majority of people are assuming that this is the death of Mario Kart Tour in, like, the next couple years. And I'm just saying, who says that? Like,
all I'm saying is that seeing the behavior of Nintendo, I don't think that it's a thriving behavior. Like, if they were thriving at it, then the behavior of where they are taking the game or where they took the game would be different. But
that's through the lens of... Okay, so Randy had a question. Who's DNA? So DNA is basically a contractor developer of the game that Nintendo has paid to do all the labor of building out the game and developing it, right? So if they have a 4-year contract with DNA, and DNA says, hey, if you want to renew your contract with us, it's going to be another 50... I'm totally making up these numbers, guys. I have no idea. I'm not educated in this whatsoever. It's going to be another $50 million if you want to continue with us for another 4 years. Nintendo might just be saying, like, it's actually not, because we don't have gacha mechanics anymore, and that's, like, not where we're not bringing those mechanics back in. It's not going to pay off to do that. So DNA, do us a favor. You have a 4-year contract with us. You've promised us X, Y, and Z that you'd get done in 4 years. Do us a favor and just get that done in this 4 years, and and anything that you can get done as quickly as possible. We're going to just try to turn this from this growing platform to an evergreen platform. So get us everything that you can, we'll release it, and then we're just going to put it on autopilot with maintenance. Because we love the community, and because we want this game to thrive, and because we have these passionate players. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying, like...
There's so much low-hanging fruit that they could employ in the game in order to be able to keep it alive. For example, look at all these 8-bit characters.
But that goes into the concept of scaling the game.
I know, but all that is taking files that have been around for decades and copying and pasting it in their code. Just like they did with all the Odyssey characters.
Is that all it is, though? Like, but what's the end of that? Like, if you can say that about 8-bit, but somebody else could say that about, like, there's, at some point in time, there's a time limit. Like, We have 4 years to develop all of this stuff, right? 4 years to develop it. And there's some things that they just didn't get to that would probably have been in phase 2 had they continued building it out. Yeah. Sho Kamui thinks that they're sunsetting the game. I don't know. I have no idea. Everything that I say is totally speculation. I have absolutely no idea. It's just two different lenses to look at the exact same data that we've been presented and draw different conclusions. I don't know. I also think that it's really weird because we're in this brand new generation of mobile devices. And I get the idea that, like, Switch is where it's at right now for Nintendo, and they might be releasing, like, a new Switch and all that type of stuff. But, like, to dump so much into this incredible game that works so well, even if they're not wanting to move forward with mobile games, mobile is still where it's at for, like, a lot of the population. So why would you build out this incredible experience and this incredible game only to say, hey guys, or maybe that, I don't know, only to say, like, hey guys, like, we're no longer offering this. Sorry. Like, all the work's done. And I know it costs money.
So I think it's because that mobile avatar, that mobile group of people,
yeah,
the demographic, I think that the vast majority of them don't like spending money in games. The vast majority of them are free to play, and that hasn't been as profitable as DNA and Nintendo have needed it to be in order to keep it as a mobile, like, juggernaut, as an actual financial system. There haven't been enough transactions in the game to keep it, like I was saying before, it's a numbers game.
To maintain it, though, or to scale it? That's my debate. Do we think that they're not making enough money to continue to maintain the game and have it be profitable at this level? Because that's my thing, is, like, I'm with you. Like, I get it. Like, if the game was highly profitable, they'd keep scaling it and keep building it out. But I'm just curious. Like, I wish Nintendo would come out with some data and say, hey, like, we have to hit, nobody's going to do this, but, like, hey, we have to hit this amount of, like, sales in order to keep this game functionable. Because maybe the game can be, like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just shooting in the dark here. We all are.
All I know is that for the past year and a half, all of the actions of Nintendo have been going the wrong way. They've been discouraging to us. They've been discouraging us from enjoying the game. Like, when it first came out, the whole gacha thing was amazing. A lot of people said that it was a legality thing.
Mm-hmm.
If that were the case, then how come, as far as I'm aware, that there are still mobile games out there that have gacha mechanics that are doing so much more revenue? I almost feel like the gacha leaving the game was the beginning of the sunsetting of the game.
Well, yeah, that was a huge amount of their profits.
So why
describe sunsetting to me?
No longer developing it and putting it on, like, a replay mode where very, very minimal resources are needed in order to be able to keep it going.
What's wrong with that? Like, I think...
Okay, all right. So let's take a look at another industry. Let's take a look at the music industry.
Okay.
How many bands come out with one CD and ride that one CD for decades?
But how many...
Nobody. Because they have fans, and they feed off of the feedback that they get through fans by purchasing the CDs, purchasing the music, and going to concerts. And so what do? They keep on making music until they don't have enough people buying their CDs and going to their concerts.
Okay, your favorite band in the entire world is Tool. How long did Tool go between Fear Inoculum, which was the last album they released, and the album before that?
Okay, they are an outlier. I'm talking more like Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson, U2. I mean, mainstream. Tool is not mainstream. Tool, they don't care about the money. They are a completely different. They are not making decisions. Their accountants are not making decisions.
Okay, but how many bands? Okay, so NSYNC, for example. NSYNC's a great example. NSYNC was obviously a big pop band back in like the early 2000s, right?
Okay.
Guess what? They created CDs, they had all this hype, and guess what happened?
They got old and fat, and nearly not as many people would go see them in concerts.
But guess what?
Everyone knows that concerts is what makes the artists the money.
But guess what?
Not the CDs.
Okay, but they have such a big following still and such a big fan base that they just now dropped a brand new Christmas single. Like, they are dropping more music right now, 10, 15 years later.
One single.
And the internet's going crazy.
Whoop-de-ding-do.
All I'm saying is it doesn't mean that, like, to your credit, like, there's nothing wrong with, like, building up a fan base and then still provide, like, I think that's the debate, right? Like you, to your analogy here, anyone who's purchased CDs in the past or whatever can still go stream the music and still go listen to the CDs and still go enjoy the craft, the game that was created, without new stuff being being pumped into it. But that doesn't, like, I think my whole point here is so many people are saying, and this is the thing that I'm trying to get at, is so many people are saying the entire objective of this is just to have the servers run for another year or two and then shut it all down. And I'm saying, but they have years and years of albums that they've created. Why not just allow people to keep enjoying that?
No, that they're going to just put on repeat. That their songs, instead of being like in the top 40 news radio station, they're going to be transitioned to the classic radio station.
But it's still a game. People are saying that they're shutting... This is my debate. People are saying that in 2 years they're going to shut the game down. I'm saying, where is anyone getting that from? Like, I get that it costs money, but like, as long as the player base is there and it's still profitable enough to keep the game in play, they're not going to just shut it down. And I have no data to back any of this, guys, by the way. Like, Antaliv completely disagrees with me. Friends Fanboy completely disagrees with me. I get it. But I'm just saying, it's a freaking piece of art that they've created for us. They dumped 4 years of resources into this thing. And it's a living and breathing thing that we can all enjoy every single day. And everybody's so terrified that they're going to take it away in 2 years. And all I'm saying is, to your analogy, if an artist creates all this stuff, it'd be like, oh no, so-and-so's not creating music anymore. That must mean they're going to take all their stuff off the internet and recall all their CDs and we're never going to be able to listen to them again. I think it's just like doomsday talking, and I just disagree with it.
So how come Backstreet Boys haven't put out a CD every 2 years for the past 25 years?
Because they're no longer a band.
And why aren't they a band?
Because they broke up.
And why did they break up?
Because somebody slept with somebody's girlfriend. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. It's because...
I'm just saying, Nintendo's not breaking up with us yet, so why do we all pretend like it's breaking up with us?
I mean, they're definitely not wanting to get down on their knee either. Like,
or maybe they are. Did you listen to my brilliant analogy on Kart Talk? Maybe this is them getting down on their knee because they've given us the diamond rings. They've given us all these yummy chocolates and all these fancy dates, and we're having the time of our life with us. And they're like, hey, can we just go steady? Like, can I just stop courting you and can we just be married for the rest of our lives?
No, can we just be friends?
No.
Yes. Can we just be friends?
No.
We thought that we were going down the road of getting engaged, but they're like, let's just be friends.
No. Okay. So maybe they just want to be best friends.
How about I put in minimal effort into this relationship and just kind of hope that it...
How is it minimal?
Well, they're not doing anything. They're literally putting it on repeat.
For the time being. It could change. It could change. I'm a hopeless romantic. Do not crush my soul. Do not crush my dreams. We have so many great comments. I haven't even been reading them. NSYNC did break up, but guess what? They just released a single, or gonna release a single, or something like that. Everybody's talking about music. What is everybody saying? Hey, Matt, welcome to our channel. Frenzy Fanboy and I are having a disagreement on how to view life.
Not how to view life, just... Let's take a step back, and let's realize that maybe my reaction is congruent with my feelings towards the game.
100%. I can 100% back that. You are feeling... Here's the thing. Sometimes somebody will come to you and say, okay, I'm going to keep with my marriage analogy. Sometimes the person that you're dating and you have, like, the hots for comes to you and is like, hey, do you want to get married? And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I thought we were just having fun. I want you to keep spoiling me and giving me all these things. Like, that kind of sounds like you really just want to watch TV every night. Like, you don't want to take me on these fancy dates and tell me I'm beautiful every day and massage my back. And that's a you problem, not a them problem. You're wanting to back out of the relationship the minute it is no longer dopamine rushes 24/7.
Wow. That was a little below the belt.
I don't know.
I'm not even going to respond to that.
Frenzy Fanboy plays way more than I do, so who am I to talk? But I'm just saying, I don't think that they're breaking up with us. That's all I'm saying. I didn't mean to be below the belt. I just meant they're not breaking... I don't think that they're breaking up with us.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. We have no idea. Okay, hey, what is everybody saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push your buttons that hard.
So back to my grateful thing that made me happy. Got a few more pictures here. So there's this Milky Way over a different part, and then there was this little dilapidated structure that's on top of that, and there we go. Ta-da!
No, go back to that picture. I really love that
we're
picture.
good. No, we're good.
I made you mad. Can we go back to that picture?
We're good.
Guys, I'm sorry. I would like to formally apologize to Frenzy Fanboy for going below the belt. I just really am... I don't know why I'm so passionate about this game, because I don't play it nearly as much as everybody else does, but I just want to provide a different outlook.
So let's read the comments from Spy2K. Go up, because I noticed that he had a couple of good...
Okay. We're going to go up a little bit higher, because we'll go up to where, I don't know. Where do we even go up to?
So he says, just read this on DNA Q&A from the recent operating results. So
Ooh.
go down to the next one, because he's writing a lot.
Oh, so... sweet. Okay, Spy2K. Okay, Q6. Existing title performance continues to decline in the game business. Is there a possibility of a segment loss in the game business? The game business is volatile. That being said, after a seasonally strong period of existing games where we have in-game events, etc., there is often a drop that follows. In general, we have a buildup of new titles, then the possibility you mentioned should not occur. Overall, our goal for the company is to achieve an increase in revenue and operating profit for the full fiscal year. Where's the rest of it? Right here?
Spy2K. I think you missed something up here.
Oh, did I?
I think so.
Sorry, Spy2K.
Or maybe not.
I don't think I did.
Okay, so the next Spy2K one.
Overall, our goal for the company is to achieve an increase. Why is it not letting me go down further now? I broke it.
I think that's the last one.
Oh, that is the last one. Okay. And then 5 Meow says the Mario franchise may be the Rolling Stones. The game is looking a bit like the Grateful Dead.
Spin cycle.
Yes, I know. Guys.
So I'm saying, like, it's all down to money, and I just think that the free-to-play player basis, and I'm not dissing on anyone. All I'm doing is taking a look at the world of Mario Kart Tour through the eyes of Frenzy Fanboy.
Yeah.
And I think that the free-to-play group was larger than what DNA and Nintendo had desired.
Okay.
In order for it to progress the way that they anticipated it progressing. And so because of that, maybe it was a hard decision. Maybe I'm painting them too cold. Maybe it was a hard decision for them to scale back, and they're all crying right now. Tonight at midnight, Mountain Time, they're all crying because this is the last time that they're going to be able to pour their heart and soul in giving the community that they know and love and have blood, sweat, and tears for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
They're crying because this is the last time that they'll be able to work on their passion project.
Gargamon said they canceled Firefly after one season. Don't use that as an example, because that's one of my favorite series. Not even series. That was such a good show. Why'd they cancel it? Why are you giving data to support Frenzy Fanboy's point? Victoria Black says they will probably shut it down if they aren't making any money. Absolutely. Shokamui says Nintendo kills games all the time. Victoria Black says that's what happened to Dr. Mario World, sadly. Guys.
Yeah, and Spike2K says this is a direct quote from DNA.
Yeah, I know. But why you guys all make me sad? Let me be... Fine. Okay. I know...
Here we go. Here's another one from Spike2K. Frenzy Fanboy is accurate with a revenue perspective. Again, DNA quoted... Overall, our goal for the company is
to achieve an increase in revenue and operating profit for the full fiscal year.
I think you went up higher. Oh, no, we're down at the bottom.
Yeah, we're down at the bottom. People stop talking.
DNA is a publicly traded shareholders demand profit.
Yeah. Obviously that... Okay, so Spy2K, answer this for me. At what point in time do they stop... Because this is my debate. At what point in time do they stop hosting the game? I 100% get, like, the profits are not there, so we're no longer going to dump in financial resources into this game. But my question for you is, how long do they host the game for us before they take it away? For example, if you have a console game and you buy that console game, and it's just supposed to be, like, an evergreen, like, there's not in-app purchases, there's not anything like that, like, how... That game's not going to disappear on you.
So, to your point, and I think this is something that a lot of people are missing in the conversation, is that console games push console hardware.
Correct.
Nintendo makes a bunch of money off of selling hardware as well as selling games.
Yeah.
Nintendo, first of all, gets no hardware cut for doing anything mobile. That's Samsung, that's iPhone, that's
Correct.
Apple. And everything that they do sell through the App Store, they get a 30% tax from originally
Apple,
which is now 15, but is
yeah.
a huge knock in profits versus what they're getting in their profits from their hardware and their software. So it's almost like it's built. When I'm reading this stuff from DNA, I feel like the behavior of mobile games is the new thing is the thing that a lot of people jump on and a lot of people will spend money on, but then it's like squirrel mentality where they don't stay at something for long enough. They go to the next new game.
Yeah.
And then they go to the next new game. And when you're at that third and fourth game that's newer and better and cooler, then there's less time to play that older game. So we're in a unique situation because we're super passionate about it. We like made a YouTube channel about it and we have friends in it now. And let's be honest, if we didn't have these friends and these relationships and stuff in Discord,
I would be playing like
we wouldn't be playing.
Yeah.
Because
we log in and play like we kind of do, like you play Zelda, where you just jump in when you want to play. And
Yeah. And so it's just, I think that DNA squeezed as much out of the player base as they could.
Okay.
And that DNA as a contracting entity is probably putting their engineers and their developers on new games that are scheduled to be coming out currently or within the next year. And DNA will get a surge of of purchases for those new games, and then it's going to taper off, and then those games are probably going to die out. Who knows? Maybe Mario Kart Tour was only supposed to last for a year. And maybe they were like, oh my gosh, we're actually kind of like, it's doing better than we thought. Let's let it go for another year. Like maybe DNA like got their contract renewed until they saw that it tapered off so much that it just wasn't worth the amount of effort to keep it going at the same rate that it was.
So here's my question. So Victoria Black said something great. She said, but why is it that Super Mario Run is still going after all these years after no new content? That's my only question in all of this, right? Like, and I don't know the answer to it, but that's like my main question is the game is dramatically changing. Yes, like there's no doubt about that. Like there's no debating that. It's dramatically changing. No new content means they didn't make enough profit, but how much, like, how long will they host the game for? Because it's still a fun game. Like this game's still so fun and there's still so much to accomplish in it. So much to do, like, yeah.
So here's the thing, is I think that Nintendo is aware of this, and I think it's less detrimental to Nintendo to keep something like that has the name Mario in it from completely disappearing.
Yeah.
I think that if they were to take Dr. Mario off or Mario Run or whatever, then that gives the aura or the impression that it's a dying brand. We're talking about Mario as a brand across everything.
Totally.
Right? And so they may be losing money on keeping those servers up and running, but it's not because of the loving community or their love of the community or whatever. It's them trying to save face and not do more damage to themselves for the future of the franchise.
Yeah. No, I get it. So still the question remains is how long will the game be available to us? Because I think a lot of us, like a majority of us, if we're still here and we're still excited about it, like we're going to still play the game whether there's new content or not new content because there's still things to beat in the game. I could see no new ACR badges and that type of stuff. But how long will the game be available to us for us to completely enjoy before they cut it off? Because I get and I agree with everything that you're saying. My only point is I don't think it's going to disappear in I hope. I don't want to say I don't think. I hope that it's not going to just like end of term of service come January 2026 and that's done. Because that would suck.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, maybe we can learn something from Mario Run and Mario Doctor, whatever. If those games are still going as like bad as they were financially, then yeah, maybe they just keep on going. But at that point, how many people are going to stick around? Like, that's the thing.
This is the thing that I just don't get. Like Bob Cat touched on it as far as like the arbitration goes, like with people who are able to like sue Nintendo for the money that they put in the game if they stop service. But Matt says that's great insight. Also, Asian cultures have such as Japan have a real strong sense of honor, and saving face is part of that. But here's the thing: like speaking of honor, like this is a game where I'm not a whale, but I can only imagine the amount of thousands and thousands of dollars that whales have dumped into this game. Like upwards of probably like a really nice used car amount of money into this game. For their enjoyment, yes, but in that you are acquiring things and you're building, like the whole reason why you're doing it is you're building up your account. Like to just have that then completely like no longer be hosted on a server, like there has to be something that, one, protects the people who invested, but two, like from an honor, quote unquote, standpoint, you don't do that. Like I'm in the business of like online coaching and digital marketing and course creation and that type of stuff. And there are so many course creators that get sued for tons of money because they build up a course, they sell it, an online course, They sell lifetime access to it for thousands of dollars. People buy it, and then if that person decides to no longer host it on their server, you're selling someone something that you're no longer offering to host. Like, there has to be accountability there. And I feel like we're kind of like in this, I don't know the laws with the game, but I'm just curious, like, how long are they required to host it for us, for the people who have put tons of money into this game? I think it has, I don't know the laws, but I think it has to be like a couple of years at least. Like, okay, guys, in the chat, take a guess. I have no idea what the answer is. I have no idea because I have not done it. But take a guess. If you were a whale in the game and you spent, let's say, since the game launched, you were on Gold Pass, you did a bunch of the gacha pipes, and you've been doing the, like, premium challenge plus cards, like, how much money do you think an average, I don't want to say an average whale, but, like, on the high end, how much money do you think it would have been possible to put into this game if you were buying 80% of the stuff that was available to buy? Like, what is that number? Like, that's a crap ton of money to just, like, no longer host. It blows my mind. Now, they don't have any obligation to continue to build, like, increase the, like, keep adding stuff to the game, but, like, what is their obligation to the people who Ruby is guessing $10,000? What is their obligation to the people who have invested $10,000 into the game? So Ruby's is guessing 10,000. Matt's saying over 10,000, I would imagine. White Latte's saying 20,000 at least. Gargamon's saying 10 to 15,000. Like, guys, this is like...
I remember in the second year of the game,
yeah,
Carlos said, I think he was in like the $40,000 to $50,000 range.
$40,000 to $50,000. So we're like talking about, like, at that point in time, if that's the second year, and let's not quote that because we don't know that for sure.
So Kamui says Carlos was between 20 and 30K a year ago, or two, I think. Yeah, so...
Guys, that's like a new car. Like, that's like a brand new car. Even car companies, if you're putting $20,000, $30,000 into a car, they give you like a 4-year warranty on that. So all I'm saying is they have to have some type of accountability to the people who have put money into the game. And that accountability, the only thing that I feel like they actually have to logistically hold to is... You've put $20,000, $30,000 into this game. We promise that we will allow you to still play this game for X amount of years. So with everybody saying the game's sunsetting or quote unquote not going to be hosted in a year, like, how is that even ethically okay? Now, once again, I am not a lawyer. I have not read the terms and conditions of the game and what people have, like, what has been promised to people. But, like, ethically, like, that's not... I don't see how that makes sense. So take away, like, all the other stuff. Like, ethically, I just don't get how they could just back out of it like that. And no longer provide it as a service if you've put that much money into it. Because people have. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I haven't heard one whale complain about it. But holy crap. Like, I know whales who live paycheck to paycheck. And no judgment towards them. But these are people who have lived paycheck to paycheck and have put $10,000+ into this game. Sure, it's been for the entertainment along the way, but, like, that's an asset that they've created. Now, granted, if you ask any financial advisor, it's a very unintelligent asset, but that's still something that they've built up and they've paid for. I don't get how it can just be ripped away. I don't know the laws. I'm just saying... You have optimism, which I hope that the game is continued hosted for years to come. But then there's also realism, and it's like, how do they get away with that? Like, how do they get away with having... Yeah, I don't know. You guys get where I'm going. Ruby said, no, I'm saying I've spent that much. So, Rubies, how do you feel about this? Rubies says... You put it in the chat, so I don't think you're anti me saying this out loud. But Rubies is saying, I put $10,000 into this game. Rubies, do you feel like Nintendo owes it to you to keep the game going? They better not, or I'll be at their doors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's Nintendo. They'd cut it whenever they legally can. Absolutely agree. But when, like, what is that? Like, when are they legally able to cut it? And Curtis, I totally get it. Nothing lasts forever. I'm, like, 100% with you. Like, the game's going to end at some point in time. But I'm just speaking to the people who think like it's only going to be a year and then the game shuts down. That's what I'm not sure about. That's my question. Okay, Ace says, yeah, but that's every live service game, Frenzy Fangirl. There's always a risk as you run that the servers shut down. Absolutely. No, I just want to know what the legality is of it. I mean, I personally don't care. Like, any money that I put in the game has been strictly for my entertainment during the game, and I have no, like, expectations, but I'm just curious what the laws are. That's all I'm saying. Man, we have a tour reaction to do in a little bit.
Yeah, I had to unplug because my phone got down to like 6% battery.
Okay, guys, it's 10:35 Mountain Time, which means it's 12:35 Eastern Time. Tour reaction for the new tour is in an hour and 25 minutes. So we are going to take a break, and then we're going to come back for a live tour reaction. Plus in the chat, if you guys will join us.
I still have to do all my tour gifts.
What time are we going to come back on?
Should we do like quarter till or 10 till?
Let's do a quarter till. Because I feel like we sometimes have technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah. Matt Aldridge says, crazier things happen. Think about all the class action lawsuits over different software decisions. Yeah. Oh, and to your credit, like, they can absolutely shut down the server. Like, I just don't know what the legal repercussions of that are and, like, what that would equate to for people who might feel that they are entitled.
Yeah, so I think we're going to do my tour gifts on the next episode at the beginning.
Okay.
And that's probably about it. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to... Oh, Rinks, we still have 23 minutes for. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, we got a bunch of people joining us. Guys, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited, clearly, for the next phase of the game. I'm excited for the simplicity that, at least in my brain, that it's going to allow as far as, like, deciding investments and that type of stuff. We're going to be around. We're not going anywhere. It's not like we do a whole lot right now, but you can expect the same amount of commitment from us as we're currently putting into this channel.
Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, you guys like the design? That shows that was my showing to the community that we're not going anywhere. I was like, how do I subconsciously tell people that we're going to up our game and not disappear?
We provide new content.
Man.
We have the new interface.
The new what?
The new interface.
Yeah, we do. Cool. All right, on that note...
What's your thankful, grateful, made you happy?
Oh, so many.
Just one.
Okay, talk to some people while I think about it. I haven't been thinking about this at all.
Oh.
Because I have so many.
Yeah. I feel like our episodes are like such a smattering. It's like a roller coaster of emotion. I mean, it wasn't more than an hour ago that I was like laughing so hard I was crying. And now we're crying because we're sad / arguing / discussing on the future of our feelings in this game that we've grown to love so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wonder how anybody actually like gets through a whole episode and then comes back. Like, we have so many dedicated viewers. I wonder how many people sit down in front of their phones or their TVs and are like, what kind of crazy ride are we going to get from Frenzy Fans tonight? Are we going to talk about the Milky Way? Are we going to talk about music? Are we going to talk about finances? Are we going to talk about online digital marketing? Are we going to talk about refrigeration? Are we going to talk about...
girl going to cuss at some of us? It happens.
Maybe people have like bingo cards. And they're like putting bets on like, you know... Who gets the first bingo?
How many times does Frenzy Fan touch their hat when there's no egg?
Gargamon gives us 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's a plus.
I love it. I love it. Okay, what am I grateful for? Guys, this is, I don't know. We've been so many things to be grateful for. Is this lame to just say I'm grateful for our people who show up here? Like, I really am. Like, you guys are seriously the only reason why our channel still exists. I was telling Frenzy Fanboy the other day, I was like...
Wait, Paul just said, I remember the chest hair episode. We're going to talk about Frenzy Fanboy's chest hair. Are we gonna talk about Oreos? Are we gonna be building a Lego Bowser? Like, we are all over the map.
This is why we only have 1,400 subscribers. Wait, no, we're not even there yet. If you guys haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. But yeah, no, I don't know. The other day, okay, if Mario Kart Tour, okay, this is my take on life. If Mario Kart Tour stops being hosted, that will break my heart. It'll be sad. But I'm just gonna miss you guys. So, like, will you guys just follow us to whatever channel we create next? Because I like our friends. Anyways, all that to say, I'm just grateful for you guys. You guys spark joy in my life, so thank you.
Curtis says we need to add chapters to this video so people can jump to the topics that they like. And Gargamon's like, yeah, like the timestamp for the duct tape shenanigans. Because, I mean, honestly, that's YouTube gold right there.
Hot mess. Hot mess. I love it. Well, all I have to say, this is fun. We'll see you guys in like an hour.
Oh, man, yeah. Just an hour away.
Is it an hour? Hold on. Let me look at the... Okay. Yeah, we'll be back here in an hour and 4 minutes.
Yep.
Ish.
Hey, we got people coming. We got Jaden Reeves. And I saw that... Who was it? Ethan showed up. He said, hey, Frenzy fans, just finished the tour and did all clear pipe.
That's great. That's awesome.
Sorry that you came in at the very end of our 2 hour and 41 minutes.
Basically,
episode.
this. If you want to laugh really hard, watch the first hour. If you want to kind of just relax, watch the middle
45 minutes.
And if you want to get heated up and have a debate. Drama. Frenzy fanboy almost divorced me 5 times. Watch the end.
Yep.
Those will be our chapters, Curtis.
Yep. So, anyway.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us, and please come back for our tour reaction, because it's probably going to be the last tour reaction that we're going to have like
this.
We're used to.
Like we're used to.
Definitely not saying, don't want anyone to take it out of context. This is going to be the last tour reaction that we have.
Yeah.
We're still going to be doing tour reactions. I just don't know that any of them after this next one that we're going to have in an hour is going to be the same. So we would love to have any and all of you come back and join us. And until then, yeah, Kamui says, I almost died of laughter too.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
All right, until then, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.